Hey everybody, I had mentioned I was going to probably be doing some pop-up streams in order to try to get this game done before the new one comes out. Consider this to be one of those occasions. Uh, Happy Valentine's, Galentine's, Palentine's, whatever the fuck you celebrate it as, or if you don't celebrate it at all. But I'm spending a couple hours here with you trying to do some
upstairs. What can I do for you
side
today?
quest management. Maybe start the DLC, like the story component, because I am going to try to do that before going into the final mission. And we're at the point where we're on like the final mission of the main story. So I'm going to try to, you know,
How
slap
are the
together
trials going
some
for
stuff.
you? Have enough marks for a weapon yet?
I believe
So
I
that I
have
can
enough here.
hopefully try to finish it
What
by
next?
Friday.
You brought in all the sun marks at once. You're going to make a lot of hunters jealous.
I went
Not
off
that it
stream
takes
to
much.
all the hunting grounds and
I'm pleased to present to you a lodge
did
blast
all of
sling,
the max
a
suns on
lodge
everything
ropecaster,
because I am
and
a sick
a lodge
person and
warbow.
had-
Congratulations.
Damn.
You're a master hunter of the lodge. All I can give you now is encouragement.
So I got 3 dope-ass weapons. I would like to look at those weapons real quick. Oh, I have to open the boxes. Right. Oh, right. I also got like a bunch of other boxes off stream that I didn't open. That's weapon coil. Okay, there we go. Blast sling, rope caster, warbow. And I'll open the rest of these later. But I would like to, as stated, I don't really use the blast sling. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not really my favorite. I do occasionally use the rope caster. I do even currently have equipped the warbow, and it looks like this one is a base damage of 30, 30, 60, and the warbow I have on now is, even with mods, not that high. So I am going to break my rule of trying to not do super crafty stuff on, like craft inventory management stuff on stream, and just real quick, I'm gonna, well, first of all, I'm gonna slap this into the spot I want. There we are. Then I'm going to modify it. I appreciate that you can, you know, get like the tinker skill on these, so that you can remove these coils without losing them. That's something that I find very, 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 very useful, personally. So, having now gotten those dope-ass weapons, we're looking for Talana,
No Assis
and we're
either.
gonna deliver our
Maybe
trophies,
Lagan knows
except
where they are.
the people we're looking for aren't here to give our trophies to. And yeah, that's because I opened the Blue Gleam boxes. Blue Gleam is part of the DLC in the Frozen Wilds. That's why that merchant looks
You
blue.
have trophies? I
He's
can
like-
hang on to
those
them
merchants
until
are
the
special.
Sunhawk returns.
Where are Assis and Talana?
Assis received word about Red Maw and rushed out. Talana found out a short time later and had to follow.
They both went alone?
Assis left without his thrush. Talana did as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm the
Oh.
thrush.
I saw some outlanders follow after.
I am the thrush.
I wouldn't put it past Assis to try something underhanded to get the kill. Where have they gone? I have to help if I can.
You might be right. They've gone southeast, headed for the spear shafts. You'd better hurry.
All right. How far away are the spear shafts? So far. All right. So far that there's like simply no like I'm not running that distance. Let's finish this out and then we'll go deal with that. I think I can, yeah, you can fast travel the tall necks when you override them. It doesn't put you on top of the tall neck, which is disappointing because I had kind of secretly hoped that it would. It does not, but it gets you close. Looking at the dog next to me on the couch. She's asleep. She's sleepy girl. Yes, this gets me right near
I'll tuck that
my
away.
beloved tall neck, but not like on top of it. So now we just be running. Yes, I will, Red Maw. Oh, do you want to see something fun that tells you a lot about my mental stability? So I said I wasn't going to do all the collectibles, right? That was a fucking joke. The only vantage I have left is on the way to the mountain that fell. So obviously all of those. I did miss like 2 quest data points. So this is what I spent a lot of last night doing. All of those. The 2 that are left are also on the way towards the mountain that fell, so that's why those 2 aren't there. But yeah, so my my weird personal stretch goal of maybe I'll do a stream where I just like read them out audiobook style is closer by the day. And I don't have a problem with this game. I don't know what you're talking about. I resent the implication. I don't resent the implication. I know I have a problem. It's just like,
for the trail.
so many video games. Like, I am a completionist when it comes to trophies and stuff. Like, I make no secret of that. But especially when I replay a video game, I don't always feel the need to get everything. But this game, I was like, well, I can't not. There's too much cool story tied up in these that I can't just, like, ignore. I'm not physically capable of that. Also made me realize
How
that...
much did Assis pay you?
That sounds like hope. These must be the Outlanders that followed Talana.
Oh,
Looks
shit.
like Assis hired some thugs.
Alright, well, let's help her. Let's help our girl.
No! Don't let it end like this!
Alright, 3 dead with 1 concentration. I'll take it. That was a full miss. I forgot I should have gotten this jump ability earlier game because like it makes you pretty stupid because even when you don't have concentration it slows you like time down for you. The downside is that now whenever I fight I like compulsively jump constantly. So I hope that's not too annoying to watch because I kind of can't stop. It's really useful, it's really helpful. I say it's useful and helpful, and then I miss, like, several, you know, easy shots, but whatever. Alright. How you doing, Talana? You seem... You were a little overwhelmed. It's fine. I did come in and single-handedly take care of all of them for you. And you're supposed to be the hawk, but whatever. It's fine.
I should have seen this coming. Of course he would hire men to keep me from Redmaw. They died for his pride.
Where's Assis now?
He's gone after Redmaw. This way. Hurry.
Why
Also,
is Assis going after Redmaw alone?
Why is he going? Because he wants the trophy, duh. That's not a hard...
Vanity. He doesn't want to share credit for the kill with his thrush. My sponsor did the same. Went after Redmaw alone out of pride. Even though he knew we needed to unseat Assis.
If you couldn't tell by the beginning of the stream, it is Valentine's Day 2022, despite whenever you're watching this. If you're watching this back on YouTube, I thank you. If you're wondering what our Valentine's Day plans are, I'm pretty sure we're going to order sushi, finish watching last week's Critical Role, and probably going to be like about it, honestly.
Went from
I can
here.
follow their tracks.
Maybe like a board game if we have time. We are real big board game people in this house. So, probably depend on what time
This
Jason's
way.
done work.
Redmaw destroyed these trees. Tarkus wanted you with him. Lycan said he left word for you, but someone, probably Assis, neglected to share the news.
He stole even that from me. There he is. Redmaw.
Oh boy, big boy. This is a toughie from what I remember. He's a big, tough boy.
Assis is holding his own.
Is that like the biggest Thunderjaw? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I heard Redmaw, sorry, I definitely thought Snapmaw, but like Red
Was holding his own.
I think that might be a Thunderjaw though.
Well, we have.
I will admit to you, some of the like really big machines, like I always get Ravagers and yeah, it is a Thunderjaw. I always get them confused. trying to get these carts off of here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. He's right on top of me. It's fine, you'll be fine. You know, usually when a big guy's on top of me, I don't complain. But, ayo, that's a dirty joke. Then again, usually when a big guy's on top of me, they're not shooting me. I mean, usually I've never been shot at by a person that I was... Anyway, that's enough talking about my sex life. Yeah, that little plate for some reason, I forget why, but it's like, it does a lot when you hit it there. It doesn't like that. I'm gonna try to get to one of his cannons. I think that will help. Disc launcher, sorry.
It's hard too.
The trick with these is they do a lot of damage. You kind of have to like aim the projectile, and then they do tend to have not the most ammo in them. So you have to kind of, you know, do it. Try to maximize your shots, which I am not saying that I did that very well, because I didn't get there just now.
Taking the wind out of him. He's half done.
Yeah, that's great. He's half done. Actually, that is great. We're doing fine. You see what I mean by the compulsive jumping? I'm like fucking Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. Alana, how you doing, babe? I don't know what that symbol next to you means, but I need it to mean that you're okay. I need you to be alright, babe. You consider just not getting close to him, Alana. Is she alright? Yeah, she's okay. She's hiding. Okay, that's fine.
We're doing it! He's nearly down!
Okay, I'm not really that critical of voice actors as a rule, but that reads, "We're doing it!" It felt very like, this is my 10th try to yell this line and it's just not happening, it's just not coming to me. I'm gonna try to put some fire arrows in his heart there, see what that does, see if he likes that.
Just a little bit more!
Yeah, same. Oh shit. I know I can craft more arrows. I'm going for the drama, babe. I'm trying to do this like if it was a real fight when you can't craft 60 arrows in, you know, a single second. What would she do? She'd have to pull out this, right? You would simply have to pull out a different, holy shit, we did it. Oh, spicy. No offense, Donna, but before I talk to you, oh,
beautiful.
never mind, she got there first.
We make a great team.
And
Yeah,
now,
you do. What?
You're the Sunhawk.
About that.
Oh, Assis is not dead, I guess. Well, as I run over to him, I will craft more arrows because we're out of combat now. So. But like, look at how fast she crafts. Like, that's...
Oh,
I
useful.
thought that was medicine. It's ridiculous, Aloy.
Talana, he's still alive.
Out of the way, Nora. Filth.
Not what
You're
I was going
done.
for.
The Lodge is finally free of your influence.
I kept it alive. In dark times.
No, you buried it. Along with my father's memory.
I should have.
Sorry about that.
I should have.
I'm having some allergy issues this week.
I should have let you fight.
I don't think I'm sick. We don't go
Redmore first.
anywhere, but like...
To soften him up.
I think we need to vacuum. That might be it. All the
Yeah.
pet dander. I'm technically allergic to cats and dogs. I just simply refuse. It's like people who
Here
are
lies
lactose
the
intolerant.
Sunhawk of the Hunter's Lodge.
No one who's lactose intolerant just stops
almost
eating
a shame.
dairy. They're just like, I'll live.
After
It's
all
fine.
that, you're gonna weep
That's how
for
I am
him.
with my pets.
Oh no.
It's fine.
I just wish I could have seen his face when I succeeded him.
Sometimes though I do go to
Okay,
the
then.
people's houses and
Maybe
I'm
back
like,
at the Hunter's
wow, I'm
Lodge,
allergic.
if you have
Holy
the time.
shit, I'm dying.
I have a feeling the new Sunhawk wants to welcome
I think
me.
some of it is you get used to it. You know, like I've had these pets for years now, so it's like you get used to it. Nero is actually going to be 8 in approximately April. Hey, Talana, you want to see something neat? Gone. So Nero is, you know, middle-aged for a cat. I have a really fucked up idea of how old cats should be. All the cats I've ever known in my family have been fully indoor, as is Nero. He gets occasional supervised visits to the balcony nowadays when it's like warm, but like he doesn't even like being outside. And it's a contained balcony, like we're on the 3rd floor. He can't go anywhere. He can't hurt any birds or anything. And he certainly can't, like, you know, run away. Like, where's he gonna go? But like the last cat I had that ended up staying with my mom until it died, he died at 9 from really aggressive cancer. But then, like, my cousin's cats are both, like, around 20 now. We don't know exactly how old, 'cause she got them both off the streets, and then she's just had them for like 16 to 18 years, I think. I think one's like 16, one's like 18. But they were grown when she got them. Like, they were at least a year old when she got them, at least. So, like, I don't like, somewhere between 9 and 20 is, I guess, when cats die. Like, I don't have a good judgment of how long cats are supposed to live. But anyway, all that to say, I'm hoping that Nero ends up living for quite a while longer. He is a brat and a bastard, and he would kill me if he thought he could get away with it and still be fed. But I do love him. He's my terrible, terrible son. And Nova's not even 4.5 yet, so, like, you know, even though Goldens don't have the greatest life expectancy, with any luck, she's not even halfway through.
Brother,
So.
and Sunhawk Talavad Khan Padish, beloved father. Let their memory and sacrifice be a beacon for all hunters.
Aww, I think she's talking about her
all
father and her
people
brother.
to follow.
Is this new now? Record of Red Maw 2. Yeah, this is new because of us. Sunhawk Assis went out. Talana went out, quickly followed by her thrush, Aloy of the Nora. I'm summarizing this one. If you want to read it yourself, feel free to pause. 9 mercenaries ambushed Talana, but aided by her thrush, Talana defeated them all. 6 shot, 3 blasted. So I think the 6 shot were us. 3 blasted must have been her. And I think that changes depending on how you kill it. Those 2 women finally defeated Red Maw in a fight for the ages. The wounds that Assis sustained were mortal. Crushed internal organs, evidence of bowel failure. That's just like the extra humiliating thing that they put in there against him, which is fine because he was a dick. He did not live to see Talana take his place as Sunhawk, and so ends the record of Red Maw, most murderous of machines. I think this is like a map of Meridian, but I'm just... Or are these candles? Oh no, those look like maybe they're just candles actually for dramatics. I'm all up for dramatics at any time.
A memorial to my father and brother, and all the men who died in the Sun Ring.
Oh, that's what that is.
You made
That's
this possible,
nice.
Aloy.
Good for them.
Thank you.
So, what's it like to be Sunhawk?
It feels like sunrise after a long night. I'm in your debt. You'll always have a special home here, if you want it.
What
If you
happens
want
now, in the lodge?
As Sunhawk, I've made sure we invite prospective members based on ability and drive, regardless of Karja blood. This lodge
Hell
will be a
fucking
stale
yeah.
bastion of the old regime no longer.
Yeah, if you want to make it a hunter's thing, it shouldn't be about if you're Karja or if you're male or whatever. It should just be about if you're a good fucking
What was
hunter.
that prayer you were saying when I first came in? I didn't hear all of it.
O great sun, make treaty with the moon to give our fallen quiet rest. Furnish them with the armor of your brazen heat. Give them shafts of sunlight for spears. Illuminate the path to the skies for each one of them. Hawk Gravid Khan Morza, Hawk Sarav Khan Pir, Hawk Usalin Karn Jagir, Hawk Kulasiv Khan Savali.
We do get to hear the whole thing again, but it doesn't mean
Hawk
let's name all the
Radovin
names.
Khan Padish, cherished brother, and son Hawk Talavad Khan Padish, beloved father. Let their memory and sacrifice be a beacon for all hunters, all people to follow.
That's beautiful.
Well, congratulations, Talana. I should get going.
Thank you, Aloy, despite the Nora. May you always take your prey.
That's another instance of, I feel like if we had not had that particular dialogue option where Aloy says it should be Aloy despite the Nora, I don't think that that particular dialogue would have come up. Like, I don't know what the alternative is, because when I've done it, I've gone through that tree, you know what I mean? That was the dog crossing in front of me. But I feel like that's another instance where she might have just said Aloy of the Nora or something, and maybe they wouldn't have had that cutesy exchange. I'm not sure. I've never, like, looked it up, honestly. It would be interesting to find if anyone's ever done, like, a compilation of all the different dialogue options that are just slightly tweaked depending on what you do or do not in the games. Someone has probably done this, you know? I just haven't gone looking, to be honest. Oh, nope. So what I'm gonna go do now is I completed all the bandit camps, and when I completed all the bandit camps off screen, we had a thing pop up saying that we should go talk to Nil. And all the information I have, you know, is that we should talk to him. Obviously, I, Katie, know where this is going, but, you know, he's a major player in this game. Like, he's a larger NPC. You know, you see him several times, so I figured it was worth it to finish out his creepy-ass arc on stream. And this time I'm going to try to recruit him to fight with me in the end so that I can get the trophy.
What's the matter? You look
Oh, I did also find all of the Grazer dummies and knock them down to get that trophy. It was glorious.
I hear another turned back at the southern plains, just at a sniff of the legend we carved.
That's what all this bloodshed was for, to end the bandit threat.
But now there's nothing left to kill. Unless... No.
I guess this is our last farewell.
After all we've been through, this isn't the place for that. There's a mesa south of Meridian with a view of the spear shafts.
Dude, we came all this way
Meet me
just
there.
to... And you're gonna make us again? With the... How annoying is... Oh, I can fast travel right to it? It's only like 400. I can run it. It's fine. There is a skill where I'll be able to, like, call an overridden mount. Yes, I have waited till this long in the game to do that because I usually just run everywhere. I need one more skill point, though, so that'll be my next thing that I do, I think. Just for shit like this, where it's like... I feel like running there would almost be faster than sitting through the load screen, if I'm being honest. And of course, as we've established, the load screen would be faster if it was, like, actually installed to the PlayStation itself. We have an external drive that we put most of our games on. I didn't think about it when I downloaded this game. I was just like, yeah, whatever, it'll go wherever, and it automatically goes to the external drive. Because, like, when I had my PlayStation, I mean, I didn't have enough room for all the games I have to be installed on the PlayStation. I ran out of space, so I just bought, like, a terabyte drive or something just for game storage. And, like, this would have been... See, you would think this would have been downloaded onto that drive, but it wasn't. And, like, I should have been given the option to do New Game Plus, because I played this game fucking twice, but I wasn't. So... I don't know, maybe it did download to the PS5, now that I'm, like, thinking about this out loud. I don't know, I'll be dead ass. I don't really get into the tech stuff so much. Like, I know how to use technology, but I don't fully understand how it works most of the time. And I'm okay with that, you know? What matters is that I'm confident with its use. I'm not in an area of my life where I need to, like, understand how it works. So, I don't know. Anyway, there's a mesa here. And a lot of corpses, Nil. Just like some corpses.
Full already.
Oh, I can't pick up any more rocks. That's sad. Why are you surrounded by corpses, Nil? What is your deal, bud? Were these bandits, or did you just kill some people? It doesn't say.
No. I did wonder on my way here. Well, if you were luring me into an ambush.
Where's the fun in that? Some bandit sprawl would never have done for our arena. But this...
Oh, no.
Much better. There's a sense of drama.
Our arena?
What do you
Gross.
say? How about we try to kill each other?
I feel like Nil is into some really, like, primal, aggressive fucking. Like, he needs to feel like he wants to hunt you down naked in the woods and then pin you down and have a knife to your throat and stuff.
You brought me out here to ask if I want to fight you?
Only parts of that sound hot to me.
We'll savor it, because we only get this one time.
Actually, I don't know what else I expected.
I'm going to decline the duel.
I'm, flattered that you think of me this way, but I don't want to kill you.
Don't be hasty. When it's life against death, hunter against hunter, I know it'll come to you.
Is that really what you want, Nil? You know, I don't think you have a death wish. What you have might be worse, but I see there might be a need for you in this world.
I don't understand.
I won't fight you. That's my decision. You can respect it, or try to shoot me in the back as I go.
Then it's over. Your last arrow is the cruelest.
Why do I feel like we're breaking up with him?
It's true I offered you the choice, but my heart is broken.
Did I do that right? To make him join us at Meridian? Did I need to do that the other way? Okay. So it seems like I did the right thing, and it's not. Like, you weren't going to be able to duel him and then spare him. Like, you were going to kill him. So, good to know. I feel validated in this decision. We're going to now go and explore the cut. So the cut up here is part of the Forbidden West, names. Forbidden West DLC. So this is as far up as we can fast travel, of course. Like I've said before, but in case you weren't listening to hours of me prattle on, the past 2 times I played this, I played the whole main story, and then I did the DLC as an after-story thing. Which was cool, and I did like it that way. And I don't think the cut and the Frozen Wilds DLC is something you should do early in the game, even if you're leveled up enough for it. Like, I'm stupidly over-leveled for everything now, because I've gone around and I've done all the collectibles, and I've done almost all the side quests. You know, I'm like level 50, and the max level for anything is like level 40, I think, later in the DLC. The way it structures it, it says, like, the main mission you should be level 25, and the DLC you should be 30. So I had read that as, okay, naturally the DLC will come after the main story. However, I have since read via an AMA, Ask Me Anything on Reddit with the lead writer, who recommends that now, before you do the end of the main story with the mountain that fell, which leads kind of into that, you should go do the Frozen Wilds DLC. Apparently, there are some slightly different dialogue options that you get, and I'm really curious as to what they are. Now, will I immediately recognize them? Debatable, because, you know, it's been a minute since I played this game, and I don't have, like, a perfect memory for these sorts of things. But I want to try. I want to see.
I felt the snow coming.
I love it. So pretty. Convenient supply crates. Oh, a convenient health potion always makes me so nervous, right? There's nothing more nerve-wracking than a game.
What are you doing, Aloy?
Here you go.
This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides
You'll
useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your desk.
I was thinking, Rost used to tell me stories about the Banuk and their shamans, and how they thread blue cables through their skin. Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not my past that consumes me, Aloy, but the Master Override. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
I mean, dude, you just watched me, like, travel all around and kill Redmaw, right? Just in this, you know, stream, you just watched me travel and, like, have a not duel with Nil, and you stayed quiet, right? You didn't... It's not like other video games where sometimes you'll get people being like, what are you doing? Like, you should be doing this, you know, every now and again. You didn't do any of that, my bud. You, just let that all go. But the second I get close to the Banuk, you're like, oh no, don't do that. Oh no. Your weakness to freezing. Well, the good news is I have some freezing arrows. Okay, you say you're weak to freezing. I don't really see where it seems like you're weak to freezing, but, you know, go off. What I'm seeing is just terrifying. I'm not sure immediately what animal this is meant to be based off of. A lot of times I can, like, tell, you know what I mean? Like, we get frost claws up here, which are clearly bears, you know. Some of them I can't tell, but they tell you if you do, like, some extracurricular reading, which I do. Like, the stalkers, right, are apparently based off of maned wolves, rather, and that's why they're, like, all lanky and creepy looking, because maned wolves are really weird looking at them, honestly. Dear God, you're a little bastard, aren't you, buddy? Alright. Whew. Spicy. Oh, so pretty. I hate the cold. I hate winter. But I can acknowledge that it can be very pretty.
I can't spare the weight.
Okay, but what about the other crate? Okay, but what about the other crate? Do both of these just have one? No, they don't. See? I just don't use traps very much. I do use the tripwire sometimes, and honestly, I probably could have stood to use it there, but whatever. We're fine. I appreciate the versatility in gameplay. Like Jason pointed out the other day, he was watching me play a little bit, and he was like, you and I play very differently. And, you know, this game allows for that. It allows for you to play very differently. So, like, what he was basically talking about is he'll go in a lot with, like, the spear or things like slings, because by his own admission, I'm a little bit of a better shot than he is at video games. I tend to stick to the bows for that reason. On stream, I, don't always come off as a better shot. I think I get a little bit of performance anxiety at times. But overall, I'm like a pretty decent shot, I like to think. So I gravitate towards bows. God, that's a weird noise, right?
Okay,
Yes,
that's a
me.
welcome, I guess.
The Frozen Wilds. I love that logo. I think it's pretty. Also, like the glowing blue cables, it's just very nice aesthetically. The Frozen Wilds, they did actually start to get into some like
I've
mocap
worked up a
stuff.
sweat from the climb.
So some of from what I recall, some of the animation is a little bit better as well because they got more resources because the game was like.
You made it to the cut,
successful.
Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
Okay, well, what if I do? That is ominous as shit, right? Like, look at this view. Gorgeous, but like, what's happening
Smoke
over
rising
there?
from the mountain. And a village, too. What's it for?
This is not a grazer dummy. I should not knock it down. Thought about it though. I did think about it for a second there.
You died on Thunder's drum.
I really love the like blue glowing lights. It's very
How are we to
aesthetic.
trust
It's
the
very
chieftain
much a
when
vibe.
so many died under his command.
To be Banuk is to know that death may rise up to meet you at any moment.
So things
Must
we
be
know about the
something big
Banuk
going
so
on.
far,
Most of the village is
just
moving
from the
towards that
game,
smoke.
are that they like believe that machines have spirits, just like people
Shaman
do.
has abandoned us.
And that they have war chiefs who are determined by who. This might be a little bit from the art book. They have war chiefs determined by who the strongest like hunter in the tribe is. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, which is great. We love it. But they're heavily guided by their shamans or their shamans. I don't know. I think both pronunciations are fine. If not, correct me. I tend to say shaman. But they have their shamans who lead the tribe spiritually. And they're a nomadic people, and they interface machine parts in and under their skin to like get closer to them spiritually.
Purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead.
I've been delivered a
Not
sandwich
today.
during a cutscene, which is super convenient. What that means is I can
Because
mute,
the
and you
bodies
guys won't
couldn't
have
be
to hear me
recovered.
eat.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies. Our prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice. For free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
Thank you for your patience while I ate my veggie burger.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the
We didn't even get to ask that. It was just like, Conclave?
No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed her.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines
Look at the leaves blowing in the background behind him.
It could be because of the daemon.
So pretty.
Or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Interesting.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure.
I feel like that's what happens when you live in a really unforgiving
have much
land,
of a choice
dude.
in a place like this.
Yeah.
See?
A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Oh, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish.
He just
But when
a good
he and
amount in
Aurea
that
came
speech
to
there.
town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines.
Yeah, we get it,
So
dude. You're
much
being
for
a
my
little bit
best
greedy
customers.
here. I feel like I know the answer to Warwick. I think
What
it's
are
like a
these
tribe.
Warwicks about, Bergrand?
But,
Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Yeah, not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts.
Okay, so more like the
Prove your
Braves
best
then.
at something, and you might get a place. Some Warwicks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur.
That's such a cool
Just a
phrase
bunch
for
of
the
the
Oseram
biggest,
to use
oldest
because their whole thing is metal.
I'm not sure if I'm less
Hence why they're like
confused or
always
more
covered
confused.
in it. In the art book, they actually make a statement about like no Oseram.
Here's the sure thing.
Like if they can
Each
have metal
Warwick
put
has a
on it, an
chieftain
Oseram will put metal
and a
there
shaman.
because that's their whole
They make the
vibe.
decisions. All
They were
well
the
and
ones
good,
to master metalwork
except
first.
the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Araya. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves.
That's a joke that I'm not sure I would have gotten without the subtitles. Not because of the actor's delivery or anything. Prophet and prophet are pronounced identically. But I'm just fucking slow like that.
Me and my daughter... my assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I...
Hard-headed and a little gay?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
We?
Me and my daughter. Her mother...
Women?
No.
I like that. Read the women. Genuinely, I don't think he meant because they're women. I think he meant because they're similar women.
Or there's something to it.
You know.
Something connected to
But I get why Aloy would jump to that.
Then you need to find Araya. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rafts. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine.
There's also, I feel like, a lot more background movement just already talking to him with the animations than I'm used to seeing in the main game.
I wonder if Aratak can tell me more about Araya or Thunder's Drum. Might be worth a shot.
Yesterday?
So, fine, I'll talk to Aratak. So let's talk to him, because he's right fucking here.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good.
What the fuck do you want?
I suppose you wish to speak?
Yes, I do wish to speak.
Araya knows about this Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not in Outlanders.
Sure.
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
There are other Weraks in Song...
Oh, shit.
Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, until the Karja seek war again.
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face
So the thing we just fought on our way up here, the Scorcher, it said that it was a demonic Scorcher. So what I believe is that that means that it was infected, and that's why it had that sort of coming off of it.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
So now we'll need to find Naltuk, but before we do so, I'm gonna open up whatever errand quest line this is here.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Lalai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument.
I remember this side quest.
My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
It's like it's just like a man-made retaining basin.
So Deep
that
Din
Aloy
is a
has
place.
to like empty out.
And a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones
It is
used
funny to me the way they look at the stuff that we have and reinterpret it.
My father
you know?
played the pipes to rally the
So
Banuk
like
against
this
the
big
Kharja.
like man-made water basin.
I'm the drummer now. But our
She's like,
battles are
oh,
few
it
and
has
far
to be an
between.
instrument because it makes good
Mostly
sound.
I play for the joy of it.
You know, the mugs that we drink from, he's like, oh, these have to be used in a ritual
course, if
because
the
they're so
waters don't
finely
recede,
crafted. People wouldn't just drink out
What's
of
the
them.
point of joy? Or remembering?
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
You ask nicely. Actually, that reminds me. Two things I picked up that I haven't sold because I wanted to show them on stream. Does this ancient sculpture look like anything to anyone? Because to me, it looks like a fucking heart. And a lot of people do believe that that is like an artificial heart. So when we're picking up things from the ruins, we're picking up like ancient metal eyes and an artificial heart. And this ancient necklace, which apparently looks just like a pacemaker. You know, just a little friendly reminder that whatever we pick up from the ruins, and like that's why there's a lot of jewelry too. Like you'll pick up a lot of watches, a lot of rings, and actual like dog tag necklaces, because you're picking through the debris of the non-organic parts of people. So all of these need, of course, way more blue gleam than we have. Same with the outfits. Although they're really cool outfits, I usually end up getting this one because it's thematic. This one's also very cool. I don't love that this covers her face, but I think with the headwear thing, it wouldn't cover her face, and I like the look of it better than the normal one. Nothing new there, nothing new here, nothing new here. Banuk Gambler's box. All kinds of different glacier box. So I could buy these, but I think I'd rather save up the blue gleam personally. I will want to get these, so I'll need to kill some goats and badgers. You know, fun. Let's go on our way to find Meltos, though. On our way, we'll of course say hi to whatever side quest this unlocks.
Just who I was hoping to see.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Maria. And to do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
I love this.
I can think of so many
the like natural geothermal hot springs are really nice. Most of them won't hurt you. Some of them will actually do damage to you. Like the geysers you run into later will hurt you. They will fuck up your shit. But apparently that's also where they get the inspiration for their colors of their clothing and their paints and stuff is a lot from the geothermal vents.
Yours, Outlander, that spear.
So that's
blue
cool.
light
It's a cool touch in my opinion.
You're not the first to take an interest in it. I've made it myself.
I think she says it like that because we had a dude try to kill us over it.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this.
I see what he means by the shamanic headdresses, though. They are
modified with the help of
a
the
lot.
old ones.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but
Far north of here, there is
they're
a
a
cave,
lot.
a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
A secret shared, a new errand. I think that gives us some kind of bonus to our spear of some sort. Now, I think actually before I go find Naltuk, I am going to do this tall neck. This one is different than the others.
Any news from the hunt?
And of course it will, you know, open up a lot of the map for us, which I personally enjoy. I actually felt bad. The last cauldron I did off stream.
I can't feel much of anything in this.
Ended up being one that was a little bit different as well, because that cauldron was not active anymore. At some point there had been some kind of cave-in, and then the Eclipse moved in and were using it for their, you know, devious, nefarious purposes. So it looked a little different then.
What did it take to knock one of those over? They're built to last.
But yeah, so the tall neck is up here. As you can see, this beautiful baby boy is no longer walking around and doing his thing. So we have to help him, obviously.
It fell a long time ago. But the scavengers have just gotten started.
These are demonic scrappers. And I think that's also very clever, because what it does is it gives them a way to raise the difficulty of all the base game monsters, even from just having them be corrupted. Because I've fought corrupted scrappers at, like, you know, corrupted sites. These obviously were still not that hard to take down, all things considered. But they would be harder than a normal corrupted scrapper for sure. Which is, you know, what you want for a thing that's supposed to take place later in the game, or even after the game if you so choose. You want a way to make these machines harder. And ideally, you want it to have a narrative purpose. You don't just want them to suddenly be harder with no explanation to the player as to why that would occur. Fuck you, Glinthawks. Oh, I'm pretty sure Glinthawks come back in the next game. I'm just not looking forward to it. I hate these fuckers. And there's one more of them, of course. It's even more annoying now that they've, like, evolved enough to shield their little throat sections there. Like, that armor plating wasn't there when I first met the Glinthawks. I just killed enough of them that happened.
That's the last of the scavengers. Should scan the tall neck.
Annoying, because you have to get even more good hits on that central section to make it work.
Looks like the scavengers ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, maybe I could even reactivate it. Get at what's inside its head.
So this then becomes a little bit of a different side quest. Rather than just climbing the tall neck, you have to then, you know, get these parts. Which again, like, I appreciate as a way to diversify, you know, the tall neck thing, because I always like climbing up to the top, right? But, like, that's not maybe universal. Like, maybe not everyone is as into that as I am. I just like climbing up high and getting the good view, etc., etc. But, like, you know, I appreciate that they were like, no, we're going to do something different. I respect it. Alright, come here, fuckers. Alright, you should be dead by all rights. You are so close to your death. I missed. Sometimes when it's down, I try to do the R1 and it doesn't actually hit, even though I'm like right next to it. That's a little annoying. I won't lie to you. Ooh, ooh. Critical hit. Or not. Okay, both of you guys should be, like, dead. Look at you. So sad.
Part seems intact. Tallnecks are built tough.
Ah, so it wasn't even in... I had assumed it was going to be in the pile up here. To be honest. I didn't think it was going to be in the, machine itself, but, you know, that works. Tallnecks are built tough indeed. I think they have to be built tough because you need machine builds that won't like fall apart right as they're going. Oh boy. As you're going through the like harsh frozen wilderness, you need a machine build that's not going to like get too cold. You need something that can stand up to a lot of like repetitive motions because all it's doing over and over is walking that same stretch. So you need like joints and stuff that can hold up that kind of like the monotony, wear and tear, you know. You want something that's pretty safe from weather, like in general, not just cold, but like all weather. You want something that is, you know, safe from like predators, people and machines, both of course, included in that. Not that other machines should attack the Tallneck, but like, you know, it's possible. Run, yay. And then choose the freezing arrow, maybe? God, Scorpions are such... I didn't remember them being quite this, difficult, if I'm being honest. And I'm having a difficult time with these guys. Maybe I need to have like on fire resistant armor. Maybe that would help me out. Well. That was spicy. A little spicy. Trying something today where I was like, so we have both curtains and shears. This is so fucking mundane, and you don't care what I'm telling you anyway, because no one's telling you to stop.
Tallnecks are built tough.
Oh, fuck it. Okay, I'll go back to that later. I won't make you all suffer through watching me die at that again. Okay. Oh, I was trying to like leave open the sheer curtains and just close like the opaque ones because in my mind I was like that might be enough to block out the worst of the sun while
A woman as Sunhawk of the Lodge. The sun has risen on a new day.
Oh, that's cool. They said that.
We're letting the Oseram take. Give him a rap on the knuckles and let him go.
I love that they said that. Oh, we can talk to these people. Interesting. And I will in a second, but I might have to get up and close this because just the shears may not be enough to block out that sun.
There's good machine hunting in the cut.
Right on the
danger
face.
too.
Makes it hard to see.
Some have a taste for both, and they pay people like me well to guide them. We've had a bad run this time, even after I brought this priest along to read the signs.
I did say the sun's light was cast quite red the night of the...
Not your concern, though, Huntress. May your arrows find their mark.
I face the sun with pride.
Dismissive.
May the sun grant you a portion of its wisdom, young Huntress.
Huh. Well, they weren't rude, I'll give them that. They were, you know, polite-ish. Like, they were dismissive, but they weren't,
Morgan
like,
said Araya's apprentice
mean.
went north of the river. Hopefully not too far.
This is such a neat detail. When you're running up here and stuff, because it's so cold, look at her armor. It'll, like, I swear at times it looks icy, snowy. I don't think that's just in my mind. I think it's like how they reskin, like, the medicinal flowers so that they look a little frosty much of the time.
Looks like it's sending out a pulse or signal. Interesting. Maybe I could override it.
We will deal with the control tower after we talk to Naltuk. He's right here.
Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrim
he might
told
help
me
us,
you'd be out here.
actually, when
He's
I recall.
persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Araya.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
They look like almost flowery.
Aratak said this daemon was...
Like, they almost look like fucked
cleansing
up
machines.
flowers.
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Well, then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me, too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Araya went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need?
There's but one voice Araya wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
All right. You want to stop the
I'm looking
spread
for
of the
this guy's
daemon's work?
voices.
I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander,
Sounds
wait.
familiar.
Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Araya.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is.
Wait a second. Am I right? I'm pausing this. I'm making you all sit with me for a second. I thought so. That's Robbie Damon. I thought that voice sounded fucking familiar, and I was like, God, I swear if that's Robbie Damon. And it is. Is. I was right. I feel vindicated. I feel rejuvenated. I'm good at picking out his voice now, apparently, because I've watched him on Critical Role so much. I hope he never leaves the Critical Role main cast. I have now only seen him, like, I watched all of EXU, Exandria Unlimited, the miniseries, and then I've watched, like, Campaign 3, but I haven't watched Campaigns 1 or 2. So all I've seen is the cast with him there, and I'm like, what do you mean he's not there the whole time? He's so good.
So these towers can repair machines that are possessed by your daemon. And those machines are tougher and angrier.
That's what I've seen. From a distance, anyway. As for how to deal with it...
I've got an idea.
Yeah, that is... God, I really thought... I'm so proud of myself. I really thought it sounded like him. But then I was like, would he be in this game? Like, it's like a... Then I was like, well, he's done a lot of video games in, like, small roles. Like, you know, he was in, like, Ghost of Tsushima as, like, an NPC-type quest giver thing, you know? It's possible.
The machines. But what about the tower?
Yeah, see, it's healing that bitch. It just healed a bunch of the damage it should have taken. Now, if I can damage it faster than it heals, you know, obviously I'll be able to kill it then. but I'll have to be quite proficient to do that. Holy shit, it heals it fast. I don't know that I'll be able to kill it faster than it heals. So new plan. We're just gonna go straight for the tower. I probably should have snuck up here because, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to override this now with all of these fuckers. Oh god, it heals me so much. Alright, one of two things is gonna happen. I'm either gonna die and then restart this, or I'll actually succeed and be able to do this. I mean, I did kill one scrapper there, but it's not easy going killing these when it heals them so fucking quickly. See, I pressed R1 and it just does like a light attack there. Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was it. I saw the light flash before Aloy's eyes. I really thought that was gonna be like all it took. Aloy, draw your bow. Yeah, that's the last. Oh boy. God, it's almost dead. If I can just... before it heals again. Oh my god, we did it. Now I'm gonna override this thing. I think you can damage it without overriding it. It's just like... I was feeling a little overwhelmed by the machines, 100%, will admit.
Machines, but it can be overridden.
Anyway, so now we're gonna go back and talk to Robbie. I mean,
quite the warrior.
Naltuk again. Oh, Badger. Well, I half hoped it would be carrying mushrooms.
Seems I can take care of the machines and towers. The daemon's next.
You claimed its power for yourself somehow. Perhaps Aurea should meet you after all. But what she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine, a great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
I wonder what it would be then, like the oils and stuff inside the machines, but freezing?
Bergren told me you're Aurea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Aurea's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much.
I like that his headdress clearly has like the skull of it, and has like the ponytail coming out.
No one else would.
Were you with Aurea when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Aurea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Aurea at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her... I have faith she will hear the voice again.
All right, I guess
Yep.
I'm off to the
I
ice
can't talk to him anymore. He is off. Bye.
Path.
So rather than immediately going off to the ice rasps, I'm very tempted by trying to get this tall neck because I think getting the tall neck will clear pretty much all of this area, which, you know, would be really nice. On the way, maybe I can kill some other badgers and goats because, what's that? Is that a hawk? Oh, not tall neck. What is that? It's an owl. I love owls. Excuse me, Mr. Owl, did you know yesterday was your day? It was the day of the superb owl? I will not kill him. Look at him, his little horns, he's beautiful, I love him. One day when it is, like, you know, safe to do so and whatnot, I'm going to have a superb owl party. Inspired, sponsored by What We Do in the Shadows. Because I love that show, and that's where the quote is from. You'll have a football-shaped cake, and it will be the owl's egg. How the fuck do I get... Oh, okay, there's a little climby trail. Oh, climb it.
Handy.
Maybe. Was that Big Bang in the game or in my house? Fun questions I have to ask myself. Not sure. We continue to have a lot of contractors at the neighbors' places. And I definitely, like, heard them earlier today, like, in the hallways and whatnot. So, you know. Could be them moving some junk around. Alright, now the key with this is going to be to make sure that I stay, like, over here so that I don't fall off the fucking mountain. Okay, there's one. Oh boy. You know that medicine you just got, Katie? Use it. Just use it. Okay, there's another one. One left. The fire really does seem to eat through these, which makes sense. They spit out ice, so it tracks that fire should, you know, hurt them. Okay, so what is it down there then? Maybe that watcher I heard earlier or something.
Be fascinating if they weren't looking for me.
Oh, that's why you have a purple, because you got the piece I need.
Still in one piece.
Alright, cool. The other part, of course, is down there with the Scorcher. Which is fine. It'll be fine. Truth is, Watcher is immediately gonna see me. Nope. Okay, well then, you know what, buddy? You can live and let live.
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
I feel really bad for Aloy in this whole thing because she always talks about how cold she is, and one, I would be complaining just as much, if not more. But two, oh, this is taking me towards the shaman's path. Whoopsie doodle. That's what I need. Let me know which direction here to go. Yeah. Even if you put her in, like, warmer armor, she doesn't not complain. Like, she kind of complains the whole time, which is fine. I just feel bad for her. Like, I want it to be like a Breath of the Wild style system where if I put her in warmer armor, she will not feel as cold. Because I feel bad she's so cold, you know? I want her to not be so cold. Anyway, so in here is a Scorcher. Scorchers are strong in fire.
Shooting too far.
Maybe a little shock will not be appreciated by it. Little shock, please.
This won't go quietly.
Alright, that's good. We got those parts off. Oh, it just dropped a gun. Oh, it dropped some kind of gun I can use on it? Oh, fuck yeah. Give me whatever you got, fam. It drops mines. Interesting. So I can just keep dropping mines at it. Okay, but are the mines like motion activated or what? Because it doesn't feel like they're going off to me. I don't feel like there's... Oh, there's... Okay, there's another guy here now. Okay, I'm gonna leave those behind. Try to take down this scrapper first. He's the smaller threat, but will, you know, pick away at me and all that, health-wise. See, again, I pressed the R1. It doesn't actually do the critical hit that it should. I'm not sure why. I know I technically need to wait for, I guess, the prompt to come on the screen. I think that's the whole problem here. But I feel like that's kind of bullshit. I feel like it should maybe just recognize what's up. Anyway, I've got it well in hand now. Yeah. And like sometimes like that one, right? I'll hit R1 and then the critical hit thing comes up and then I just feel, you know, robbed. Interestingly, the Scorcher did not itself have the part. So it's gotta be like over here somewhere or something. I will take my wires back, thank you. Ooh, a badger. I need stuff from badgers. I don't know what shot at me just there. Oh my god, what is in here? Okay, it's just a scrapper. That's fine. I got real worried for a second that it was another Scorcher, and I was about to be like, yo, what the fuck? Unfair.
One of the tall next parts. It's heavy.
And some blue gleam. Maybe. If I can, like, you know, take it. Alright, cool. I have to fight this one too. Ugh. You know, sometimes I just want to walk. It would be nice to just be able to walk. Right, anyway, back to the Tallneck. Making sure on our way that we have, of course, all of our arrows stocked, which it looks like we do. I kind of fucked myself over by covering up the warbow part with my own little image, but, I don't know.
Can't be too prepared.
It is what it is. Ooh, is this more blue gleam? No, but it's a good coil. Then I think we have to like climb it and put the pieces back, which of course Aloy is having her focus tell her where to put them, which makes sense. So piece 1 goes here.
Well, that fits. Sure hope it works.
Piece 2.
Well, it's in better shape than it was.
And piece 3.
Okay, if I'm right, I just need to get the power flowing through it again. And if I'm wrong, at least no one's watching.
That's a good point. If she's wrong, who's gonna know? You know, so she might as well try. Might as well attempt to tinker.
Wake you up?
No one will know but her. Granted, self-shame is a powerful motivator to feel worse about yourself. I say from experience. Doesn't actually often motivate me to do stuff. It's never easy. So bad, but my brain does it anyway. So you know. Fun. Look at him. We made him walk. Now we do have to do the same.
I'll need to find higher ground.
I think I can make it. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I
should
can.
be able to jump onto the tall neck from here.
Nope. No. I really wanted that to be possible because, like, that's where the cutscene is always going to end. You know what I mean? That would have been a really cool moment if they were like, "Yeah, just react fast enough, gamer. You'll get it."
Now I need to climb that tall neck again.
However,
I need to find higher ground.
Where's this little path he's gonna take it? Is it gonna take it over there? Oh, I don't think it has a track actually established yet because it's just started its cute little journey. I think I could jump onto it from over there. Hello. But
this should be a good spot for jumping onto the tall neck.
I didn't really feel like fighting all those things in the meantime. Sometimes I just don't, and at this point it's like I'm so over-leveled that I don't need the XP. Just not necessary, you know. I wish there was a quick craft for potions. That would be cool. Instead of having to go into the menu like that. Like, all things considered, it's not that big of a deal, but, you know. Buddy, are you coming back? Oh, I might have just fucked myself. He might not be coming back. Or he might not be coming back for, like, a while. Shit. What about over here? Would this be tall enough, do we think? Do we think he'll come this way?
And one of these.
I think... Oh, he's gonna walk on this path, so that's not gonna work for jumping onto him. Damn, man, how many fucking arrows I gotta put through your eyes? Shit. Right, anyway. Can I get up here in time? And can I get up here in time if I have to also fight this Watcher? Oh, I don't know that I'm gonna make it. Oh, God.
I think I can leap onto the tall neck from here.
Okay, first of all, her dying noises are really overdramatic. Like, calm down. Second of all, that was bullshit. I should have been able to grab it. Count of times Katie has fallen to her death this stream, too.
Now I need to climb that tall neck again. I'll need to find higher ground. This should be a good spot for jumping onto the tall neck.
Oh, okay. Woo!
Alright.
So it is possible. It's
now I just have
rough.
to reach its head.
You just really gotta book it. Well, sorry you wasted that time watching me chill. Just to, you know, have this be our... But we're here now. That's what matters. So, like, canonically, does this thing, like, well, it shocked all those machines, which is interesting. But does it, like, see? It did do the whole thing. Wow, look at all that. Oh, wow, there's so much. This is a pretty extensive DLC. I did recall that being a thing. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna be able to do now? That's right. I can call him out now. No big deal. No big deal. Our first frozen wild data point. Monitoring supercell formation. I think that's like a type of storm, and I think specifically we're going to see supercell storms in Forbidden West, based on some promos I've seen. Orbit initiated cycles 68208, routing query sent, routing received from G prime, supercell formation overhead, electrical impact, electrical impact, electrical impact. So it got hit by lightning like 3 times, which makes sense. Big metal boy. Tall metal boy, lightning rod. Surge damage assessment. Locomotion systems compromised. Gyroscopic systems compromised. Processing systems compromised. Those are probably related to the 3 parts that we fixed. Status report sent. Instruction received from G prime, suspend. Internal systems and then it cuts off, presumably because that's where it, like, you know, died. But, like, it didn't die, obviously. We brought it back to life? I don't think life is the right term to use, but we brought it back to, you know, being up and around. I did also want to go this way, because I wanted to make sure to get purple. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I do also need to kill some goats. And in case you heard that, we need to put some WD-40 on our bathroom door, because whenever we open it, it sounds like that. You a goose? Oh, fuck you, goose. Oh, that's a goat. Well, I got some goat parts, which is good, because I will, like, need those, as we've established. Is that a squirrel? Interesting. So there's squirrels up here.
Save this for later.
I don't know that I, like, buy that there wouldn't be squirrels in, like, you know, the other parts of, the world. Squirrels seem pretty ubiquitous. I've never lived in a place without squirrels, you know?
Deep in. Flooded too, like she said. Snap moss. Probably came from somewhere upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Seems simple enough.
So does waterlogged, then it becomes follow the river. Not, oh boy. To say not kill the snap moths. And yet. And yet we find ourselves maybe having to kill a snap moth. These snap moths are in. Oh no, they all freeze, I think. I think they're all little freezy guys. Can't override this, which is a little bit annoying. Like, I did all the cauldrons. I should be able to override you. But I guess not every machine can be overridden. Telling me that battery is low. Well, let's see how long we can drag out this battery, huh? Alright. Just gonna set it to that so that I know where I'm supposed to even be fucking going. And of course, where I'm going is supposed to be through all of the goddamn stuff. It did it again. No wonder my arrows weren't doing as much damage as I felt they should. It went to the wrong ones. I find this very obnoxious. Because I try to always set it like so that it's on the hard points. And I swear, sometimes without my knowledge or consent, it just changes it.
Helpful. These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins somewhere up above.
Okay, well, we found another merchant. Oh, I forgot to get the fucking treasure box in the other one. Oh, well. Yes. I can purchase these now. Which is good. Because, you know me, I like to have those. I cannot purchase any of those yet. Just simply not enough blue gleam. But now when we look at the map, we can see that there's... the animal figurines are very fun. At some point I'll find one on stream. Just to kind of show you guys. The blue gleam is exactly as you'd expect. It's just the crystals in the ground. The pigments are paints that later someone asks us for those paints. Little Banuk symbols painted there. Anyway, so yeah. Is this the quest I'm thinking of? With the stuff? Okay, so I'm supposed to just follow this river upstream, huh? Alright. Why am I doing this on stream when it's like not a main quest thing? Because it's my stream and I'll do what I want. Truly that simple. Oh, there's some ruins over here.
Coming at once.
Yeah, how do you feel about polar plunging it, Aloy? Because I hope you're okay with that.
There. That must be where the water's coming from. Looks like something the old ones built.
I mean, yeah, this is clearly not... Do you think that, like, the nuke built this? Hey, animal figurine. Let's look at it. Depicts a lithe predatory animal, inscribed 2 of 7 in a commemorative set, copyright 2042 Montana Recreations. So the figurines aren't like super fun when you pick them up, but spoiler alert, there is a place later in this DLC where you like, it's like part of Yellowstone, I guess recreated. I've never been to Yellowstone, but you like can put the little figurines in their place. And it'll tell you facts about the animal. I don't know, I just think it's neat. This is me just looking around the ruins to see if I see any data points, because, you know, that's where you find most of the data points would be in the ruins, which, you know, makes sense and all that. Worth looking around, worth poking. Ancient ruins discovered, gray cache. See, like from the whole way over here, I can see that over there, and I think that that's a data point. Were that they all this fucking clear? Because there was one last night where I was searching for, or the night before rather, I spent like fully a half an hour, 3 different guides, a map, trying to find data points. This one specific data point that I just couldn't fucking find. To Shelley Guerrero Mackenzie from Laura Vogel, subject emissions joyride. Okay, girl, you are never going to guess what happened on my way home last night. First thing, I heard this sound like a herd of killer bees escaping out of a tin can. Then there was this weird light through the trees. I was totally hoping it was aliens, but nah, it was one of those old blue spectrum LEDs. Looked super creepy on the snow. As it got closer, I heard some yahoo letting out this weird guttural man shriek as if he were doing some macho primal scream therapy. You know, with 1,000 RPMs between his legs. Said Yahoo was none other than Dodd Blevins, our new Director of Security, or whatever his $20 title is. He was actually riding an old snowmobile. They're like 1,000 times more polluting than a combustion-era car. My expert professional opinion? Blevins is a grade-A douche canoe. I decided not to sick the security bot on his flabby rear. After all, he's practically our boss for the next 2 weeks. But Shells, you might want to take a bathroom break now because you're going to lose it when you find out what I did instead. I was standing right near one of the trail signs, and I could tell Blevins was headed for me, so I reprogrammed the sign to swap directions between Berry Falls and Purple Mountain. Wicked, right? You never get a snowmobile up there. I hope he bailed out hard and had to walk back to the lodge. Guess I'll be filing my very first incident report right before this whole thing shuts down forever. I could let it slide like usual, but then where's the fun, Shells? Where is the fun? Oh. There's no date on this, but, the, old school blue spectrum LEDs kind of, well, first of all, that's what these lights remind me of a little bit. Oh, look at the Aurora Borealis. I'll see you in person one day. Beautiful, beloved. Yeah, this looks like it to be a dam retaining wall of some kind that has failed. But the, old school blue spectrum LEDs, it's like, well, goddamn, that's what so much is right now. That's very of the moment,
well,
and it's, ancient to them.
Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
I'm gonna cough, so I'm gonna... Aren't you glad I figured out how to mute? Now, what I don't understand, and I'll have to watch a stream back, is when I mute, do you guys hear the little noise that happens, or no? I don't know. Who can say?
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the den? Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing?
What indeed? Truly a person trapped down there. We'll get to him.
It's okay. Like, how do we want to start this farewell thingy? We might be the last Szechuan people to ever see this place. Yeah.
Dumb that you can't scan through glass.
So?
Rough waters. No way I'd be able to swim.
Is that it? Oh, there's text with this. Dear Nobody, as far as I can tell, that's who's going to read this. Those spooky guys showed up today with that creep Blevins to take measurements of our workstations, and next week they start installing Pharaoh servitors to do our jobs. Bye-bye, Shelley. Bye-bye, Laura. See you never. Hope you enjoy basic income. I would enjoy basic income. God, it's going to be weird to say goodbye to this place. When Quentin and I split, this was all I had. Thank God for a job where I could sit at a panel and press buttons and cry all day. Which I think is why we're doing this. Hiding the tapes of our rehearsals in the dam. These tapes are our memories, our ghosts. Through them, we get to haunt this place, keep it human in some small way. This control room was where I was sitting when Laura came in dragging an old practice amp and a guitar behind her. Shells, she said. Girl. So I was looking at schematics for this place, and I found the perfect practice space. The acoustics in this place, seriously bonkers. Like, echoing through the entire valley kinds of bonkers. Legit, you're going to soil yourself when you see it. I remember asking, practice space? Peace, Shelley. Yeah, clearly we got some roiling waters going on down there.
Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news.
No, I'd say not. That said, I think we can, try.
Not that long ago either.
Oh shit, I can't examine the schematics anymore? Should be able to examine the schematics.
Looks like
there we
most
go.
of the facility is underwater. What has happened?
I find his monologue really funny, so I'm letting him go a little extra.
Your words, Matt, I don't suppose you tell me. Would ya? Snap off. Go to the door. Or climb to the door. Or understand the function of doors. Alright, you're either here to rescue me, or you're an uncharacteristically small and clever snap moth.
I identify as an uncharacteristically small and clever snap moth. It's my gender identity of the day.
Are you alright?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed. My forge gone cold. But nope. Nope. Not old Gildan.
Not today.
You're welcome. Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to flood a little. So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke. Now, obviously, I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. When the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
Okay. What is the artifact? I mean, I know what it is, but...
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones. But one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mum brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, seeing myself and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was.
Have they not figured out how to make mirrors?
For so long, Yes, this time I'm sure
How hard is it to make a mirror, actually? I feel like
there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring.
It's not like they would degrade. They just get broken, maybe. But like, they don't like
that's
decompose.
fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got two hands. I've got two hands. Perfect.
Honestly, even if you had
my salvation, and if
glass
you like,
and you painted the back of one side black or something, it's not perfect. But it gives you an idea. Like when you look at your phone,
and it spoils.
There's a pretty good reflection in my phone. It's not like true to color, but you get the form and you get the shape.
Of complexity to the proceedings.
So you found the button that controls the flow of water.
Quite by accident.
And then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled, top to bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Gildan. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl. 2 sets of hands. Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but...
Yeah, they definitely do a lot better with like the animation of the faces and stuff in this. Like, I feel like you get a lot more personality out of this.
I guess we better.
I am gonna just do this side quest now. One, because we're in
put
here.
Our hands to use. I'll take care of this one. There's another
Two,
valve on the other side
because I like this side quest.
Would you mind heading across and doing the honors? You know, I'm reminded of a delve I undertook out.
Gildan is funny. And I really like the side stuff you get about like the, you know, the old world band that they had. There's nothing in here. Worth looking. Yeah, the carts. Yes, why would we want to cart around families of birds? Other than birds are good. Whoa. Is this the way I'm meant to go, or... Yeah, that's the way I'm meant to go, so I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing in here first. Doesn't look like there is. It just, if I were like a video game level designer, that's exactly the type of place I would put like a chest or, you know, something.
Marvelous! You made it! Now grab that valve and give it a spin.
On it.
A little more now, and I should be able to get the blasted gate moving.
There. You should be able to lower the gate.
Huh? Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. Ought to lock this thing in place.
You know, Gildan may not be the most brilliant, but like, he clearly seems to understand how this works. Like, I'm not sure Katie would have figured this out quite as quickly as he's managed to figure it out, you know?
One
Pretty
gate
good.
down.
Halfway through then, aren't we? To the second gate! A ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. Can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further.
I don't like him constantly calling me girl. I don't like to be called girl by a lot of people. I think Aloy and I are the same on this.
Let me look around. See what I can find.
Oh. Okay, that was scary as fuck. Forgot that that did that.
Nice jump.
Woo!
Nice! What am I saying? That was stupendous. Never seen such absolute disregard for personal safety.
Thanks, I think.
Whew. Yeah, that panel, like, giving way underneath us, I found that personally terrifying.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4! Caught sellouts and runaway cowards! We see cut it. I forgot the words. Shit, I was we started off so strong and then it all just imploded. Well, that's sort of my MO. No. Heavy stuff. Spin! We need one.
Damn family. Dear Nobody, when I took this job, we had to watch this training holo, and I remember probably 2% of the actual holo. At some point, the holo welcomed me to the damn family. And I felt like, A, that was such a missed opportunity because they could have called it a damily and chose not to, and B, the idea that I would ever think of any of my coworkers as family was pretty ridiculous. But then one day I looked up and automation had whittled 6 people down to just Laura and I was signing papers to dissolve the family I thought I had. And suddenly my last coworker, with her faded tattoos and perpetually arched eyebrows, was telling me jokes and making me listen to bands I'd never heard of and cheering me up when I cried. Things were really good when it was just the two of us. We used to have these theme days. One time the sluice gates were open and we set up beach blankets on one of the catwalks in the intake tower and batted around this inflatable beach ball I had in my apartment for some reason. Laura messed around with the emergency PA and patched in a bunch of classical surf rock songs. We even put sunscreen on the bridges of our noses. Laura called it the Concrete Beach Party. When Laura brought up band names, I knew pretty much right away that that would be our name. Concrete Beach Party. There was never really any other choice. I love that name. I think it's so good. I want to name my band name that, except, oh god, I'm falling. Except, you know, it's been taken and all that. Okay, so that's not what we need. We're supposed to be falling. Okay, good. Oh, hey, bud. Wait, did I just come in a full-ass circle? Okay, so I did. Alright. You do that. Make that jump again. It's fine. Aloy of the Nora is scared of no one. Nothing. No jumps. Jumpity jump. Right, and then instead of going down, we want to go up. This how I'm supposed to be. I feel like maybe yes. I don't think I've been in this particular path before. Actually, yes, I have been. Oh, wow, that took quite a chunk. Okay. Fine, we have a bunch of health. Fine. Ah, lower the emergency ladder. Okay. So we're getting him up here with us. I understand.
Look out below!
Now, we've done this once before. Should be as easy as falling down a hole. If you take the valve on the other side...
If it's set up the same way on this side, I should look for an access tunnel.
There we go. So this will be our access tunnel. Okay.
This is my sort of delve. Stop, no little problem to solve. The music
Guildling? What does it say that your dad doesn't know your own fucking name? Unless it's meant to be like a cutesy nickname. You know, convenient ducts. A hallmark of every video game, I think. Like, name me a video game from the past 10 years that hasn't had convenient, you know, ducts in it.
Uh-huh, Gildan.
Oh boy. Okay, we grabbed it at the end. It's cool. You can let go now, though. Yeah, you can let go. It's fine. Let go. Let go. Oh, we're swimming. Ew, we're swimming. I feel like I don't want to swim in that water. I feel like that's gross.
Okay, Gildan, turn the valve!
It's not working! Damn thing's too heavy. Glance behind me, would you? See anything big and,
Well, then I should have stayed over there, because Aloy is way stronger than you are, buddy. Look for the counterweight. Valve, of course. Yeah, I don't think that's where I'm meant to be going at this time anyway. But where is... Now, dear watchers, I have a confession for you. I'm really bad at, like, puzzle-type games. I usually end up having to cheat. Because I have no patience and I'm not good at them. Oh, is this the counterweight? Am I on the counterweight? I think that's the counterweight. God, Aloy. Your
Looks like part of
arms.
the counterweight broke off. If I can get up there, my weight might be enough to get it moving again. Hang on, okay? I've got a plan.
Scramble up like a goddamn spider monkey. Is this where I'm supposed to be repelling to, I think?
Going down.
And once it's closed, I think I'm just going to be able to jump off.
Got it. We're good to go.
You were a sight to see. Bounding from metal rust trap to metal rust trap. Still a bit of water, but low enough, wouldn't you say? Now then, where's that ring?
Good question. Well, at least I should be able to swim now.
Snap maw! It's a snap maw! Very, very big snap maw!
I see it, Gildan!
Very big, very, very big!
Just stay out of the way!
Honestly, I can stay down here, and I'm not even sure if it can hit me. Just kidding, it totally can. Well, that should have taken its ability to freeze, at least. I feel like this is cheating. I'm just, like, up here taking pot shots at it. But, you know, it works, right?
It's dead.
Marvelous. So, the ring. Maybe if you pry its jaws open and reach inside, I can't look.
Can I just, like, if it's deep enough to swim, can I just jump? Okay. Not so much, no. I want to make sure I look around a little bit down here just to see if there's any recordings. You know, text data points, whatnot. Not seeing any over this way. However, one here.
Okay, Shells, we're not focusing on that right now. We're recording, okay? We're not even in the band meeting. Sort of counts as practice, right? Merch. We need merch. Stickers! You're not a real band until someone vandalizes government
I love
property.
stickers. I have a problem. I have a whole box of stickers, actually.
That conversations determined to be irrelevant to servitor training are discouraged.
Oh my god.
Vandalizing government property?
Gross. It's like a fucking nanny at that point. Dear Nobody, we spent an hour plastering our stickers all over that servitor. Well, I say stickers. They were sticky notes for my desk. We stole the presentation and design of other band logos, drawing little skulls and lightning bolts and broken hearts around the name. It's not like we had any real actual work to do. When this began, we were told we'd be on-site advisors, going through the motions of our duties so the servitors could mimic our actions. But the government creeps, corporate creeps, same diff, I guess, mostly ignore us or yell at us for getting in their way. The robo-scab's weird oval head kept swiveling toward us, and it kept asking, "Hello, is this relevant to my training?" as we tried to duck it out its line of sight, ruining its chrome finish with sticky notes and shushing each other's giggles. Afterward, Laura stood in front of the thing and goes, "Servitor, this is very important. This is how you greet Blevins, okay? It's a sign of immense respect." I mean, will the servitor actually give Blevins the finger? Probably not, right? But a girl can dream. Screw the man. Shelley. It's worth noting that the audio data points from, like, the main game don't have extra text on them. That's something that they added.
You were right.
For the DLC.
This thing did swallow the ring.
And I think specifically for, like, this concrete beach
That's
part of
the
the
old
storyline.
Gildan intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, its chosen routes can be a bit circuitous, but
we drained
never
enough
mind.
water for what
To
we
the
need to
storage
do,
room.
but
To the spoils!
I wonder if I could empty out the whole dam.
Anything to find over here? Of course there is.
Valves. Maybe I can drain the rest of the water from here. Sure are a lot of valves. I should check my focus first.
Oh no, I
Check
remember
the
this.
area
This
with
is
my
fully
focus,
a
maybe.
puzzle. Okay, Valves 101. Oh boy. I'm just gonna kind of skim this one. The pipe network decouples so that the reservoir can refill. Every morning it has to be reset manually. Turn the valve thingy so the water flows directly to the pump. The rest of the servitors seem to get it, but this guy won't stop bugging out.
All right. Time to get the flow going to the right place.
I say this as a man typically enamored of complexities, but this looks like it might be a little much for me.
Don't worry. I think I've got this.
Music to my ears. To each
That
job,
one's broken,
its
so I
tool.
can't turn it.
Toothpicks make horrible arrows, as the saying goes.
Which means it's gotta go a different way.
That didn't help. The water can't pass through.
Okay. But now the water can pass through. That one's broken, so going there won't work.
That's not quite right.
Yeah, obviously it's not quite right, Aloy. We're doing some trial and error here, babe.
You've got a competent mind, girl. A mind for nuance and finesse. Not I. No, indeed. Not old Gildan.
Looks like I'm on the right track.
Are we on the right track? Because then the water's going nowhere.
There. One step closer.
I don't have the same feeling. I think this needs to be a different direction. No, clearly not. That's clearly gotta go like that.
This job demands a certain degree of patience, doesn't it? I'm afraid I inherited my mother's restlessness.
Yeah, see, that doesn't... Oh! Wait, okay, that's promising. We turn this one differently, maybe? Okay, so that's not working because it's going, like, into the floor. But...
You've been at this a while, girl. No room to judge, mind. I once spent half a day flummoxed by a Karja puzzle box.
There, that should do it. I should head back. See if that took care of the rest of the water.
Got it working, did you? Of course you did. Never met a conundrum you couldn't unconundrum, have you?
The door's open. Guess it had sealed because of the flooding.
Honestly, yeah, I'm not sure Aloy has ever met a conundrum she couldn't unconundrum. She's incredibly smart and capable. Now up to this control room, shall we?
Would you look at that? Ha! You've drained this place completely. Could be that this old ruin is hiding a few more secrets down below. Of course, that storage room still awaits our perusal. I can't
Well,
wait,
now
I
you've
can't
made me
wait, I
wonder if
can't
there's more secrets down below. Curse
Almost
you.
there.
I'm not
Soon I'll hold the looking glass in my hand.
immediately seeing... Oh, I hope I won't regret this. Right, went the wrong way. I was like, there's no way he jumped that gap, right? Honestly, it's kind of amazing more of this metal didn't rust through, considering all the, like, water that's around and stuff.
Another holographic interface. Must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this. The lock positions. Helpful.
Left, up, down, up, right.
What, what are you doing with your hands there, girl?
I kind of wanted to see if she would say anything back. Because without a focus, right, like none of that glowy stuff would be showing up. It would just look... I also love that everyone keeps their lock combinations right next to all of these things.
Tickling the empty air like that.
It's very funny to me for some reason.
Where is it? Where did it go?
I mean, this is it. We get to...
Oh shit. I didn't mean to cut it off, sorry. There you go.
I mean, this is it. We get to play together, what, maybe 2 more times? Nah, shells. Farewell tour! Reunion tour in like 6 months. Bands do it all the time. For our adoring fans. It's not that hard to stay in touch, Shelley. We could practice in holospace. People always say that.
Dear nobody, we got in a fight, Laura and I. After practice, we went out for drinks. There's this row bar in downtown Cody, so we called an auto car and shuttled over. We were the only people there. With the park closing, Cody's become a ghost town. The more we drank, the more passive-aggressive our banter became, snowballing out of our control, metastasizing in the empty air between us, and then before either of us really knew what was happening, we were yelling at each other. I kept thinking, like, I'm not abandoning her, she's abandoning me. And I guess she was probably thinking something similar. We got quiet for a while, drank more. Eventually, Laura ordered an auto car, and we piled into it, slid as far from each other on the back seat as we could, arms crossed, staring out the window. And then I heard myself talking. Screw it. I don't care if you stay in touch with me. I'm going to stay in touch with you. Whether you like it or not, you're not getting rid of me. Ever. Laura looked at me for what felt like ages. I thought she was going to start yelling, but then her hand crept over mine, and we just sat there together. Bottoms up. Shelley. So I am missing one in here. Oh, I am going to have to go into the bottom for it. Sigh. It's fine.
Okay, let's fix the panel and shut this place down. Gilden? Everything okay?
I was so sure I saw it. The looking glass. I was so sure. Right there in the window. I would... Of course. Trick of the light. Nothing at all.
I kind of hope he finds one, though.
I'm sorry, Gilden.
It would be cute if we, like, saw him in Rin West and he had found one or something.
Well, much as any artifact of the old ones would mean to me, really. It's fine. I'm fine. Besides, what are the spoils compared to the delve? That's why we do it, girl. The delve, not the treasure. And what a delve it was! Ugh. By the great Blazing Forge, I'll never forget that. Now then, I believe we have some repairs to make.
We do. She's let him press the button. So cute. That's so cute.
Oh, that's a whole lot prettier, isn't it? What does it mean?
It means it worked.
By the Forge! You are a wonder!
Like, did he
Do you
just
hear
slap
that
her
often?
ass?
I'll hazard a guess you do.
I hope not. I hope that
Heard
was her
something
back.
like that once or twice.
Oh,
She
she's
looks so
modest
shocked.
now. A master of the arts of the old ones, a delver to shame the entire claim, and she wants to be modest. Ha!
It's not like I did it alone, Gilden.
No. No, I suppose not.
So what's next for you? On your way back to the claim?
And deprive the people of Song's Edge the story of this encounter? Perish the thought! I'll stay there a while longer. But a story is best told by all who encountered it. Come and lend a hand, won't you?
Overflow basin empty. Interior accessible. Minimal flood damage.
Sounds like the basin is dried out too. Maybe I'll take a look.
Another adventure so soon? Whew, you're braver than me. But there was no question of that.
Yeah, no offense, dude. There was no question of that. Anything else to say?
You go on ahead.
Not really.
I'm gonna stand right here and bask in our victory for a while.
Alright, I am gonna go back down before leaving here. Oh! Death by falling 3. 3 times now. No, what's in your fur? Just like she picked up a bunch of like wet fuzz from the floor, you know? But like it was like black fuzz. So it like really stood in stark contrast to like her fur, you know? It looked very strange. Oh wait, is this like the actual way out? Yeah, that's not what I'm after at this time. I want to go in there and grab what I believe is going to be one more audio data point. Because like getting back in here is like it's like a whole separate thing, you know, and I don't know that I'm gonna feel like coming back for it. Nova, please don't eat the fuzz. I just took off. Okay, she's eating it. I don't know that I'm gonna feel like coming back in here, you know what I'm saying? Because it is like, it makes you enter a whole separate area and all that, so I'm gonna just try to go in here, grab this data point while I'm here. I know it's gotta be down here somewhere. Died 3 times by falling, trying to not make it be a 4th, you know what I'm saying? Oh boy. Standing basin water. Love that. Okay, well I don't see anything down here. I'm not seeing any evidence of that's not it, is it? Is that just a light, or no, that kind of just looks like a light. Right, well, I'll tell you what I'm fully not above doing, which is cheating. How do you think I found all the other data points? Do you think I just ran around the world? God, no. I searched like Frozen Wilds, audio data point 4. On the ground near the exit passageway after solving the waterlogged puzzle. Okay, well that's not... So it should be, it looks like here-ish. If I'm looking at this map correctly, which I think I am. People who are the real MVPs. People who used to make lyric videos on YouTube before artists figured out that that was a thing people wanted. People who make game trophy stuff finding guides. They are the real MVPs. See, yeah, it looked like it's C. Right around here. And yet... and I do not see it. Unless it is actually like down in the basin and I just missed it. Oh, yeah, totally just missed it before.
Ugh, it stinks down here.
Ooh. Oh no, I need to be able to pick up the drummer's weapon coil. That's like, I remember these. These are like special coils. And they're really, really good. So I'm just gonna drop like, actually I'll disassemble like 1 or 2 coils. It's not like I need the shards. Look at the shards I have, guys. Like, I've just been kind of getting rid of like the green ones because at this point I've leveled out of green. And then I'll take that, recall that being a very special coil. So very much worth it to come down here and get that as well.
Check this out. We could just bang on this pipe, you know? Could we sample that or? Totally. Like, what about after the... Oh, sorry. Just a sec. Laura? I need to take a break. Laura? Hey! Laura!
Which means we're reading these out of order. But, I think this is important. Dear Nobody, I feel embarrassed now, thinking about following Laura out of the pump station like a kicked puppy, wondering what horrible thing I might have done, until she threw herself into this room and shut the door behind her and just screamed. The fear of abandonment is weirdly self-centered, because it presupposes that little old you are filled with such immense destructive power that you are capable of driving every person you care about away. Anyway, at the bottom of the dam, with her on one side of the door and me on the other, she told me that Metallurgic had bought her mom's house, her whole neighborhood in fact, out from under her to build a new server farm. God, I don't even like that house, she said. I don't even like Indianapolis. I hated every minute I spent in that city as a kid. When they told us we'd have to leave the dam, I went back to my apartment and I sat on my bed and I prayed to a God I don't even believe in that I wouldn't have to move back home, that I wouldn't have to show up on my mom's front stoop with a suitcase and a bunch of stupid excuses. She was trying not to sound like she was crying, but she sounded like she was crying. I guess I got my stupid wish, huh? I asked her where she'd go, and she laughed. Where else could she go? Back home to help her mom pack up the house, to move with her into whatever dank little one-room hotel Metallurgic's displacement grant will allow them to afford. I think I could have dealt with being one of those losers who celebrate their 40th birthday living in the house they grew up in, but now I don't even have that. I had no idea how to make her feel better, so I just sat on the other side of the door and I started singing the song we were working on, one about being the last 2 girls on Earth. And eventually she started singing along. Love, Shelley. I'm not sure if I want to read that as, like, the 2 of them become a couple together, or just really close platonic best friends. I think both are valid interpretations of it. Because, like, I've held hands with my friends before. It doesn't have to be romantic. I think they're both good interpretations of it. And I do like that a lot. I think this game, in my humble opinion, it has some queer representation. It's not like there's none. But it tends to be kind of like blink and you miss it type stuff. I'd love to see something a little more explicit in Forbidden West. That would be nice. You know, the game is pretty progressive in a lot of ways, so shit. So I feel like it wouldn't be out of place. Falling count, 4. 4. I think that's a new record. It's 4. oh my god, I'm so bad at video games, but all I do is fucking play video games. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I don't know. I like to think. Sometimes I go back and forth with those two with that interpretation. I really think it could go either way. I think today, because it's Valentine's Day when I'm reading it, a part of me is like, aw, they're like maybe together, you know? But I also think you can easily read it as just, you know, being gal pals. Like actual gal pals. That's why I wasn't going to want to go back in there. Honestly, it's just having to like do the enter and exit thing.
And going by that sound, I think Laolai's already at the din.
Well, bad to you too, Jesus. Y'all hear that fucking goat? It sounded like it had been smoking for 40 years. Like it sounded kind of sad and pathetic, low-key? I don't know. Oh, that's the one we got earlier. Okay, cool. So we've already kind of scavenged through. I love that at a glance the street lamps almost kind of look like trees. You know? The way some of the details of the quote-unquote old world just sort of blend in with the natural landscape is... I don't know, it's really beautiful. It's like beautiful in a sad, almost melancholic way at times. Like, sometimes I'm traversing this game and I feel like, oh god, it's so pretty here. And then sometimes I'm like, it's so pretty, but there's this deep undercurrent of like sadness and loss. Like sometimes I'll just come across like, you know, an overturned tank and I'm like, wow, that's, you know, an overturned tank. But it's really pretty now because nature has retaken it, etc. I feel like for me, it's like when I'm going through the ruins that are like, used to be houses, used to be like a bustling city street, you know, skyscrapers, and now it's just ruins, devastation, bits of people's bodies, you know, that you're finding.
Sound's getting louder.
That's, you know, rough. Can't even read what the sign was used to say. It's been painted over now.
She wasn't kidding about the sound.
Okay, but am I gonna have to protect her from the snap moths? Wait, does this count as a ruin? Yes, it looks like it kind of does.
Must be the entrance to this den.
Okay. Woo! Okay, I don't think that would have been a fifth death, but, you know. Shocked that wasn't.
That's it? Nothing to see here.
I thought that was a very shallow drop, and it was most certainly not. Oh, Jesus, this is why we look around, folks. Final performance.
From the illustrious Overflow Basin Studios, it's Concrete Beach Party! A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4!
Is this what music sounds like in 2016? Or is this like meant to be like Rage Against the Machine, but new? They're not very good singers. But the lyrics there's something to it, you know? I don't personally like the screamo music. That's not my vibe. But the lyrics are not bad. A little contrived, maybe. But they're not meant to be super great musicians, I don't think. I am gonna listen to this whole thing. I like the background, like the pipe thing they've got going. That's neat. Do you think Gabe like hums that to herself sometimes? Like, do you think she ever finds like old random music records of the people made or famous ones and she just like gets them stuck in her head and someone's like, oh my god, what are you listening to? Like, what is that? What tribe is that from? And she's like, it's really underground. You wouldn't have heard of it. Dear Nobody, the auto cars are on their way. Mine will take me to my apartment in Cody. Hers will take her to the vertiport. She brought her luggage with her to work today. Everything she owns packed into 2 little suitcases. She's wearing the fanciest outfit I've ever seen her in. It's for Mom, she said. She bought me this outfit, if you can believe it. Normally, like, who cares? But, I don't know, she's already dealing with a lot. We walked through the dam today, listened to all these tapes, read all these messages, and maybe this is one of those sign my yearbook, we'll never lose touch things, but I'm not scared of losing Laura anymore. We're family. We didn't inherit each other or settle on each other, we chose each other. No amount of distance, no number of jerks in bad suits or obsequious robots are going to tear us apart. So listen, on the off chance that someone ever actually does stumble onto these things, here's the truth. There was this band called Concrete Beach Party, and for a second, it was the best band in the world. And you, whoever you are really, really lucky, because you're the only person who ever got to hear them. See you never, the last girls on Earth. That makes me feel like it is more of like a found family narrative, like best friends, you know what I mean? Which is totally fine and awesome. And I am very privileged to say that I have a couple of friends that, you know, that makes me think of. I love that this side quest takes you through a narrative. And there's like, you know, there's a couple like that, right? Like the Vantages take you through one person's narrative. The Banuk statues take you through a narrative in the main game, but like none of the side quests specifically have data point narratives to them like that until this one. And I know this is like a fan favorite moment, and like not like moment, but like it's a thing a lot of people like, and I like it too because I think it's just really good.
You look happy to be
I really
playing
like
again.
the narrative.
I don't know
really
what
like
you
they
did,
take
but
you
the
through
water
a
drained in
story.
the snap of a short song. What do you think of the music?
I've never heard anything else like it.
That's because there's no other place with such resonance, such intonation that rattles your ribs with its power. And of course, no one else knows these pipes like I do. I learned them by ear before I could walk, strapped to my father's back. Thank you for draining the waters. Not just for myself, but for my ancestors and their songs. Please, take this as a token of our gratitude.
More pooping.
Let's see. What shall I play next? The echoes are different off whetstone. The sound is warmer. The sound of the pipes fills my heart with joy and sadness, all at once.
It is certainly a very unique sound.
Do you wish to hear me play again? There's nothing worse than the sound of snow and silence. Listen. The air of the cut will freeze over with no drumbeat to rouse it.
One day these pipes are gonna break, I feel like.
The Karja hated the din, sieged it for weeks, and gave him an arrow to make their point. Let's see. What shall I play next? The echoes are different off whetstone. Sound is warm.
Well, this is not the way up. That is, in fact, how easy it is for me to get turned around. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. There's something very beautiful and very sad about like the reminder that, you know, in this game world, the old ones and their whole way of life was extinguished. And then all of those old ones were people. People with full lives, people who were greatly impacted by the like horrible capitalist hellscape nightmare that their world had devolved into. Parts of which I feel like I see our world moving towards, you know.
Fresh as it comes.
That makes their dystopia, you know, possible. But also leads to, you know, the remaking of things. And there's a weird sense of hope in that, right? Like, maybe it would be better if everything could just start again, you know? I don't think it would be better if humanity started without its knowledge, you know? I think it would be good to maintain, like, math and science and, like, the art that had come before, but, like, sometimes it's a little hard for me to see, like, how is the world gonna get better from where we're at now? Because, you know, I think people are reaching a breaking point, but the people that are reaching a breaking point have so little power to actually do anything, you know? And then we're seeing the breaking point being executed in ways like, you know, Nazis feeling safe to be in public spaces, which they shouldn't, you know? I feel like, girl, I'm doing you a big favor by getting rid of all these snap moths, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna come out of your little den there, and then you're gonna get eaten alive. So, you're welcome. That said. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that's spicy. That said, like 4 snap moths at once might be a lot. I don't know. Might be a lot. Maybe we run and trust that she can handle herself. Is that terrible? 4 snap moths is a lot, guys. For all I know, maybe they like the drum beats, you know? Maybe nothing I would do would deter them. Who can say?
Pass the test.
I am gonna grab this blue gleam just because it is up on the way to the shaman's path and whatnot. In theory, anyway. Should be like right around here. Goat. I feel like focus does show up blue gleam. Maybe it's like in a cave or something? I could see that being a thing. Like, is this a cave over here? No, just rock. Well, I won't spend forever and a day looking for it, but, you know.
So much for being careful.
There you go. Alright, we'll just ignore the blue gleam for now. I will come back to it separately later. Gotta give myself something to do when I'm not streaming, right? That's when we do the collectibles. People probably don't have an interest in watching me run around for literally hours trying to find collectibles.
Breath is ice. Before I even breathe out.
Headdress or a statue? I think it's a statue, like a, you know, an art piece. Oh, look at how pretty that is. It's so beautiful, isn't it? God, I think that's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Oh.
I'm pretty far up. The shaman's path must be around here somewhere. This must be one of the markers Naltuk told me about.
Activate it.
Looks like each marker points to another, giving directions.
Okay, but I'm
Took a wrong
immediately
turn.
gonna go down the wrong path just to make sure that there's nothing at the end of it.
Guess I'm heading deeper into the cold, creepy ice cave. Better go back after I grab this loot.
Alright, I love her so much. She just said exactly what I was thinking, which was like, you're gonna grab this stuff first, ma'am. And then she said it.
What's this chime for? To help guide the way with sound? If there's more, maybe my focus can find them. Yep, focus can pick up the chimes. Should help me find my way.
I mean, to be fair, there's like a good amount of paths here, but there's not so many paths I feel like you could like die in here or anything.
Not this way. This isn't the way out. Some gear, though.
I appreciate that her focus is like lit up. It's a cool detail.
Another marker. Good. Dead end. But at least there's stuff.
My god, how many iterations of this same line did they have her record about dead end, but there's stuff here? Honestly, I love it because again, that is like always my approach to the game is go the direction I shouldn't be going because then it'll potentially give me loot, you know?
Okay, that way then. Wrong way.
I love they leaned into it. Alright, well there was no stuff in that one, so. This is the correct path? Nope, just
not this way. But then, where? I see. Up. Stalkers. Better be careful.
Oh, well, she says that after I've already clicked the thing to... you know, do the activation and whatnot. Alright, admittedly, it's a little maze-like in here. There's no additional map to help me out, so...
Better go back after I grab this loot.
Wait, this is definitely where I just came from. Okay, but this was urging me forward. So... this, I have to go here, right? Am I supposed to be going down? But then why would it have me cross over? It's just a dead-end nook. Alright. I think it's through the stalkers. Yep.
Get past these stalkers, one way or another.
Yipes. For the record, I was continuously pressing my little health button there. It just wasn't doing it because I was already in other animations. Which makes sense. But like I'm pressing it now, it won't heal until I'm out of that hit animation. Other thing I really appreciate about this game in terms of like the machines is like it's very clear, like if you hit off certain parts, like there's the part on the stalker where if you hit it off it can't cloak anymore. Like that's kind of nice. It's not just like, oh, you get it down to 50, you know, health or whatever on the sliding scale and then it can't cloak. It's like, no, if you wanted to take away that ability, you have to knock off a specific component. I don't know, I just feel like it does a really good job of emphasizing like that you have to not... This isn't a game designed around brute forcing your way through encounters, right? This is a game designed around like being smart. Like, I don't think Aloy is necessarily as good as she is because she is the biggest, toughest, or fiercest. I think she is very smart, and therefore she outsmarts a lot of her prey, a lot of her competitors, and that's why you have, you know, things like traps and tripwires and stuff, in addition to, like, being able to do damage, but, like, there's points in the game where you're almost required
Done with
to
the
do
cave.
some sort of...
So what's next on this path?
Overlooking next. That mountain is so cool with, like, the red lightning in it. Very neat looking. So what was next was the view. No, but like, you know, I just think it's like a nice detail to go with. Aloy is super smart, obviously, but it's also her intelligence that's a key factor. It very much like subverts the traditional narrative of like, you know, you need to be the biggest, the strongest, the toughest.
Looks like it needs to fill up with water before I can cross.
You need to be the smartest. I don't think I need to activate that marker. I'm pretty sure I need to take this line.
Now how do I cross this one? Down. Down, then up?
I think so. Otherwise, why would there be a ladder here?
There's the way up.
Okay, there's the way up, but first, we got a pigment. So just to give ourselves a look at that. Oh, there it is, right, it's over here. Green. Just green, you know. What is showing up as not? Did I? Oh, that's look at me being very angry at myself. I think I missed it, and I think I'm gonna have to go back.
I need to pull the rope to move this thing into position. Okay, the bridge is filling up.
Okay, well, what does that mean? What do I do? Do I just jump?
Ugh. Made it.
Yeah, that was icy. Oof. I would not have enjoyed being Aloy in that moment. Wait, this isn't going backwards, is it? I don't think so. Oh, shit. No, this feels new. Shit. Big boy.
Bergen wasn't exaggerating. There's definitely something new out here. And I don't think it's friendly.
Okay, but can I scan him? Where'd he go? Keep him gone. I thought there was a thing to interact, but I guess not.
Don't like the sound of that.
Nope. Sounds scary. Oh no, it's another campfire loot drop. Quick save. Alright, so another one of those. And another cutscene. Okay.
Reaching that tower to override it.
A frost claw. Right, that's its name. Oh boy. Hi, buddy. Hi. And we can work something out, I think. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Okay then, let's see if this thing can work for me.
Can I?
Okay.
I can,
I
because
guess
hit
we're
it.
doing this, big boy.
You called him Big Boy? Oh my god, bears are so big and so scary. Holy shit. I seem to remember that you want to take down this armor plating. How many arrows, my guy? Holy shit. Okay, yeah, so that definitely hurt it. Definitely did not have a good time with that. Same with that. So we definitely do want to keep getting this plating off if we can. Although we firmly don't want to be too close when we do because it puts out a little freezing explosion. That's full on. God, you are so big and scary. Okay, we're doing it. It's happening. We're gonna get through this. Like, you're so close to that big guy. Just... Oh, yeah. Holy shit.
Scary new machine, down. Now back to finding Araya. Which means I've got to climb.
Yep. Interesting. So I overrode it, but then it sort of shorted out?
I should be able to get up there.
I think it might short itself out, and that's what also shorts out the machines with it. Speculation. Not certain of that. That's my thought. I'll have to try it out with a couple other control towers. I know there's like a couple more. They effectively serve as like the corrupted zones up here. But I like that they went with a new thing and they didn't just repeat the corrupted zones. Like, makes me interested to see how much stuff they decide to keep for Forbidden West versus how much stuff they decide to like keep the idea of but switch out the actual methodology, if that makes sense. You know, like they kept the idea of the corrupted zones, but they made them look like this instead. Why am I the whole thing? Oh wow, there's blue
Must be the
gleam.
shrine Naltuk was talking about. Guess I should take some blue gleam. Sparkles. I can see why it's worth a lot.
Oh, Stormbird. I think. I don't know if my focus will tell me. No. So she's clearly hanging out in some old one's ruins. This obviously being what looks like some kind of satellite dish.
Past the shrine, up into the mountain. I'd better take those stairs.
God, it's so windy up here. You can't even get like a visual. Might have been a render thing, or it
An
might have been
ancient
like
door.
a thing.
Maybe a
Like
ray is inside.
they wanted it to be that high up where you can't see. Always hard to say, isn't it?
March 10th, 2046. I just spent 16 hours in here, trying to install upgrades to improve efficiency for the central processing unit. Project Firebreak is going to need the brain power. Let's just hope I'll have enough of my own. Anita stayed with me the whole time. We got a lot done, but every time she brushed by and I smelled her hair... Oh boy. I should just go to bed.
Alrighty, bud. A little workplace hope of romance, I guess. Project Firebreak, huh? I wonder what that is.
This is Director of Security Blevins resending the
Wow,
emergency
Blevin
supply
sounds
order.
exactly like you would
Try
imagine,
reading it
doesn't
this
he?
time, okay?
Obnoxious.
You weasels don't want me calling my people in SLC.
So this one, there's more message text to go with it. Let me begin by spelling out disaster for you. A destructive event causing a level of disturbance unmanageable via the application of ordinary resources. What you have given us is distinctly ordinary. Dummy's version. Give me what I need or you'll be on an autocar to Layoff City quicker than you can say code red. The list, one more time. 3,000 MREs. No lasagna. 30 military-grade flashlights. No more junk store crap. 10 portable water pumps. Not 5, not 8, 10. God, I hate doing this voice. It'll be over soon. 50 tubes of fungicide. We're working underground. Spores happen. 15 hydraulic jacks. 12 replacement drone propulsion units. 50 holographic microdrives. In a disaster, see definition above. It's absolutely critical to track all ingresses and egresses of the facility. I take our safety seriously, even if you don't. 50 almond scented, extra soft. Data corrupted. That other one had no additional text to the audio. Let's take me somewhere with some more data points, so you know how I am with those.
Director of Security Blevins is writing us like a petty tyrant. I can't even sneeze without triggering his control issues.
Personal log. If Blevins reconfigures the pattern on the lambent orbicular door access one more time, I'm going to vomit all over it. Sure, I don't want some gift shop employee rooting around in the firebreak facility, but these measures aren't about security, they're about control. I wonder if Blevins gets in early to watch everybody try to solve the new pattern, perched over his little camera array in his big boy office. What a bridge troll. You'd think that a fraction of his fancy drone budget could go toward buying him some classier body spray. God help me and Kenny if he ever finds out about us. Ooh, so Kenny and Anita are together. Spicy. Okay, I've been hearing that some of our staff members are having trouble with our state-of-the-art, ultra-secure, and absolutely necessary lambent orbicular door access, so here's the SLOW version again. This has gotta be Blevins. The thingy in the middle is the source node. Turn it on. Yeah, I know. Hard, right? So it's the same kind of pattern as before. We have to do, like, a node pattern. Basically.
Those nodes on the floor must be connected to the door.
Sorry, I didn't read out the whole thing for you. I couldn't do the fucking Blevins voice again. I couldn't do that to myself. But this is the same. It's less about world building, more about trying to, like, give the player an idea of the mechanics.
What am I supposed to do with these lights?
Alright, so obviously that one can't go that way.
These things turn, changing the flow of light. All right. Let's see if the door's open.
That was not hard. Which door? This door. Maybe. Which door again? Is the door not actually in here? Oh, I think it might be that door over there. Right. I don't know if it was specifically necessary to come into this room at this time or not. But, you know, we came in. We did it. Now that door will be open. Interesting. It's like glowing like almost a little tiny projection. It's not like a data file. It's just be glowing. Right, obviously that's all snowed in. So that is definitely the door we just unlocked. If we had gotten close enough, it would have probably just not opened, and Aloy would have been like, oh, there must be a way around here somewhere to blah blah blah, etc. etc. You get it. There's an office once. Linens. Yeah, so we would have needed to do that to open this door, so it worked out. Alright, this way it looks like. Maybe.
Fresh air ahead.
I wonder when you come back for a sequel video game, like, do you think they're gonna have her do all this panting, breathing again in the booth, Ashley Birch? Or do you think they're like, we've got it from last time, we've got you breathing real hard. You're good.
Out again. Maybe I can get back inside through that structure over there. Looks like I need to get to those stairs. I can't feel much of anything in this. Not much higher to climb. Maria must be close.
So how does she get in? Does she also wear a
be
focus?
In here somewhere.
Stage 2 complete. To YNPF all, date December 23rd, 2046. Subject, first stage of main facility complete. Attention all staff. It's with pride that I announce the completion of the first level of infrastructure on our primary facility. This compound will be the nerve center for our project and will require the team's continued best efforts to realize by the deadline, but even though there is much more to be done, you should be pleased with all you've accomplished so far. Please find attached a detailed plan for mustering out of the auxiliary space, which will serve as a contingency site as we proceed with the main facility. 90% of our personnel must be relocated by 5 p.m. Wednesday. If your name does not appear on the assignment list, please email Marissa with me in CC. Your dedication, talent, and intelligence remain daily sources of inspiration. Dr. Kenny Chow, Project Director. Right, whatever that's supposed to mean. See, it's hard with these data points too, because one thing I was noticing is I like went back and collected the ones from the main area of the game. Like they don't go in order. So like you would think to yourself, oh, in the Nora lands would be maybe 1 through 20, except also in the Nora lands are like ones in like the 50s. So it's kind of hard to tell if I missed something or not. Just based on like looking at it and going like, oh, there's something missing here. But I feel like all the Concrete Beach Party ones are together, and I feel like I missed
display obscene messages about our colleague, Mr. Blevins. Is this the most advanced geological project ever undertaken, or a junior high locker room? Come on, people.
To YNPFL from Kenny Chow, BCC, Dodd Blevins, December 3rd, 2046, hacking a menu board, attention all staff. At an assembly of our country's finest scientific minds, recruited to address a grave threat to national safety, it would be fair to expect more mature conduct than that demonstrated yesterday in the canteen. Mr. Blevins plays a crucial role in the successful execution of Firebreak, and is due the respect both of his title and of his many contributions to the project. Any further interference with the menu boards will necessitate my direct personal involvement. Dr. Kenny Chow. Then Kenny sends to just Anita. Anita, was it you? Winky face. Right, because that's the Kenny that's in charge of the project, but is also with Anita. That's funny.
I ask again, as I've asked 1,000 times. Speak to me. What more would you have me do? Is there no prayer that will reach you? No mark that will break your bonds? Ah! I can't help you if you won't speak. A whisper is all I ask. To guide me. Who? No. How? How did you get here? The way was sealed by the spirit herself.
I used one of these. I could show you.
Yes, show me. Please.
Before I do, is it cool if I have a look around? Also, good news, I did not miss a Concrete Beach Party thing. It's just, it is another one of those instances where it's out of order just like to fuck with you, seemingly. A bear.
Kenny and I don't need to fight about the laundry, so instead we fight about incommensurability and restrictions on machine intelligence.
Sure. I had an argument with Kenny this afternoon. When a couple's first fight hinges on the Turek Act, you know you're dealing with some real sexy nerds. I won the argument, I guess, but I'm less concerned whether or not I can pull this off than with the ethical implications of succeeding. I promised Kenny that the suite of coping mechanisms I've designed will help manage any emotional fallout from the software, but privately I'm less confident. I'm a programmer, not a shrink. The minutiae of roboethics do start to seem less relevant when a refusal to supply Firebreak with the necessary conditions for its success comes at the cost of millions of lives. It's worth putting one consciousness at risk to save so many others, isn't it? Ugh, trying to solve this with numbers makes me feel like a sociopath. Security measures. Anita, as much as I hate the fact that Blevins installed lambent orbicular technology on the lower security door, I admit that for the auxiliary data center it makes sense, especially given our goals for the central processing unit. I'm sure you're painfully familiar with the process by now, but just in case you need to forward instructions to your team, and then it gives you the, instructions to manipulate stuff, in case you, forgot or took a break or just don't understand basic video game puzzle mechanics. So pretty. I love the colors the Banuk used, specifically that like teal blue. Is like one of my favorite colors. Is like teal turquoisey blue. So personal fondness, but I appreciate it.
Sounds bigger, but I'll bet the goal's the same. Get the light back to the source.
Okay, so I can't turn this one. I'm gonna try to kind of do this one at a time, even though it goes in two directions. I'm hoping that that might help me out. Okay, so that can't be it. There's nowhere to go. This sends it back there. So that's not gonna work. What if I send this one here instead? But then that's going to send that back there, so that's not going to work either, I'm afraid. Can't go that way, then it has nowhere at all to go, of course. That has to go like that. This doesn't have to go like this, though, I don't. Yes, it does. Shit. Told you I'm not great with puzzles. Could this one go like this instead? And then like this to this? But then it goes to this red node, which is not helpful. Okay. Oh, so it has to come out of this stream. Okay, that's not optional. God, why am I so fucking bad at puzzles, guys? Yeah, this one cannot turn. Cannot be turned. That one cannot be turned. That one would have to go like that. So that's wrong. It has to be wrong. This simply has to go like this. This has to go like this. This has to go like this. This has to go like that. What am I missing here? Aloy is also not like saying anything about yes, I'm on the right track or no, I'm on the wrong track, which doesn't make me feel great. I won't lie. Did I just miss this one before? Yes, I did. Alright, it's happening. We're getting somewhere. Don't know where, but somewhere. Meanwhile, to the woman who doesn't have a focus, like, Aloy's just running around waving her hands, I guess. She's probably like, oh, this magical ritual you're doing. Aloy's like, it's not gonna work unless you have a thingy, ma'am. Ha! Whew.
Auxiliary
Well, it felt
channel
good to fix
recovered.
that.
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. Is someone there? Aurea? Aurea, I need you.
Authorized transmission. Return to scheduled task.
No, I will not submit. Aurea, the daemon is forcing me. Aurea, please.
Transmission terminated.
You brought the spirit's voice back.
Yeah, for a minute.
You heard it. The voice of the spirit calling to me from the heights of Thunder's drum. She was able to throw off the bonds of the daemon for a moment. Because of what you did. Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Aloy.
I wonder
Naltuk
if
sent me.
Naltuk's thing is
that you could use
modeled
my
off
help.
of hers.
He was
Hers
not
has the
mistaken.
ponytail, too.
You've been a revelation. Now
You know, for
I
a
know for
shaman,
certain
she
that
doesn't
the
have a
spirit
big thing
endures.
either.
Perhaps together we can find a way to set her free.
Unless she just
not
took it
get
off
ahead of
because she's, like,
ourselves.
alone.
I came all this way for answers, and so far, I haven't heard any.
It seems to me that you are the answer. But of course, I'll tell you all I can.
Bergren said you might know something about a man named Silence. That you may have had dealings with him at the Conclave?
When that name is spoken, secrets soon follow. Or vanish, as the case may be. Why do you want to know?
We've been working together, mostly because we share the same enemies. And yet, I don't know as much about him as I'd like to.
I would imagine his aid is very powerful, but it will not come without cost. Unfortunately, I am sworn to an oath of secrecy by the Conclave on this matter.
I get that. But you and I are trying to help each other, right?
Yes, but I would be breaking an oath, and that I cannot do.
Of course not.
You seem to have a history with this voice, this spirit.
She saved my life.
Aloy's like, this
Here,
isn't a spirit.
years
this
ago
is
during
an
the
AI.
war with the Karja.
She knows.
A raid scattered my Werak. I was cut off, alone. I lured the enemy into the Rime Drifts, hoping to lose them in the mist, but they endured, so I took refuge in this cave. That's when I heard her voice. Wanderer. Lost, like me. A spirit of the blue light, yet sundered from it. She asked me for aid. She chose me. But I was in no position to help, not with the Karja after me. So she helped me first. By closing a door on the mountain below, one you must have opened to get here. Locked by means similar to those found in this room. It kept the Karja from reaching me. Safe from them. I was able to do as she asked.
What did the spirit want from you?
She said she
I love
was
the little, like,
hurt.
Spirit.
Incomplete.
She knows it's not a spirit, obviously.
She needed bones. Parts not unlike what you'd find in a machine. They were here, in this room. She wanted me to bring them to Thunder's drum. So I did, and she showed me how to heal her. So began our communion.
You
Communion.
had a communion with the spirit.
Yes.
You.
Inside Thunder's drum is a room like this
You.
one, only larger, with an altar. I went there many times to speak with her.
Okay. What did she say?
She told me she was lost and needed my help. She asked questions about our lands, our tribe, and she listened. With patience. With wisdom. I told her things long kept silent about my family, my dreams, my fears. She never tired of me. Never judged. We kept each other's company.
Aurea, what do you think the spirit is?
I see.
What do you think Aurea thinks
You
it
are
is?
not Banuk, and our songs are not familiar to you. You do not know of the blue light. That which struggles to survive in our hearts and animates the machines. The essence of life, and in its purest form. Harmony. As the anger of the machines grows, this light has faded from the world, and the spirits it sustains are stranded. That's what she is. A lost soul, cut off from what it needs. Lonely, forsaken. I must help her. We must.
I'm not sure if I understand, but I want to.
That's all I need.
Silence is still white.
The daemon.
I'm wondering
What
if that's
do you know about it?
different
I spoke with the spirit many
convo,
times. First
or
here,
if it's the same
then
and it just
inside
didn't turn
Thunder's
gray.
drum.
I'll try it in
Last
a minute.
time. She told me she was under attack by something that could not be seen by mortal
Look at the
eyes.
towers.
Something evil.
The corruption.
She named it the
The
daemon,
daemon.
and said it needed her
How
power
it takes
to
over
do
the
what it willed.
machines.
And she begged
Love
me
the
for
art.
help, to find a way to destroy her, if necessary, to keep it from using her. That was 5 years ago. I didn't hear her voice again until today.
What kept you from the spirit after it begged for help?
I went to Artok, hoping he could protect her. But the war with the Karja still raged, and before I could reach him, I was ambushed by the Mad Sun King's kestrels and taken to Meridian in chains. I
Yeah,
wasn't
that'll
able to
derail a
return to
spiritual
Thunder's Drum
quest.
until long after the liberation, not until last thaw.
You said you returned to Thunder's Drum. That was the expedition that went bad. I saw the funeral.
Yes. Once there was finally peace with the Karja, Aratak and I gathered a Warwick of great hunters to defeat the daemon. And yet, the old door to Thunder's Drum was gone, replaced by a gate we could not pass, and many machines. We were crushed. Aratak called a retreat, but we had already lost our best. We abandoned them to the snow as we fell back. After. He and I could not agree on what to do next. So I came here, hoping against hope to hear the spirit again. And because of you, I did.
About silence?
I've told you all I can. There's nothing more I can say.
Okay, so there was a little
Let's
bit more.
see if I've got this straight. We heard two voices. One you call the spirit, captured somehow by the one you call a daemon. Whatever this daemon is, it's related to the machines and why they've become more dangerous. I want to know how. Both the spirit and the daemon are on a mountain, Thunder's Drum. So why don't we go there and figure out what it all means?
We can't. Thunder's Drum is dangerous, more than you can imagine. The daemon has secured it. Besides, Aratak won't let us go. As chieftain, he controls the pass to the mountain, and he can't be reasoned with.
Sounds like you need a new chieftain.
Huh. There's an idea that's certain to win us friends. Well, you said you were a hunter. And I'll wager you're not an ordinary one. It's not impossible. Even for an outlaw.
Oh, I remember this.
An Aratak couldn't refuse the challenge if you were known among the Werak.
Wait, me? Challenge Aratak? I don't want to be chieftain of anything, much less a bunch of Banuk that don't want me.
But you want to go to Thunder's Drum, don't you? You heard the spirit. She is suffering, tormented by the daemon. She longs to be free. And perhaps, when released from her bonds, she can give you the answers you seek.
I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. Fine. What do I have to do?
Get the Werak's attention to show the worth of your claim. Win at the hunting grounds. Kill bandits that prey on the cut. Or speak to my friend Sakuli. You help her.
Spoiler alert, I will be doing all
Do
of
all
the
you can.
above because I'm
When the time comes for you to
that
throw your
way.
spear at Aratak's feet, I will be there to back your claim. Until then, I'll be here to answer any questions you have about the challenge. Oh, and one more thing. In the box over there is a weapon, like my own. Take it. You may find it useful. Aloy.
I did something that will help get the attention of the Werrick.
I did?
I got the tall neck near the frost figures moving again.
That's good to hear. I'm sure the Werrick will be talking. Now, you need to do something else to convince them of your claim.
You
Hunting
mentioned
grounds
your
and
friend,
bandits are pretty
Cooley.
standard.
Who is she?
What's this
A rock
about,
painter.
I wonder?
One
Oh,
who makes
she's the
my own
painting.
scrawling seem meager. Find her in Song's Edge and help her gather the materials she needs.
Right.
Her work will no doubt stand the test of time, and any aid you give her will be remembered.
How's Aratak gonna react to being challenged by an Outlander?
About as well as you'd
Poorly.
expect. But let me handle that.
I need to get going.
There is much to be done.
Alright, I'm gonna take the Storm Slinger. Ooh, and it gave me 6 blue gleam. Where's the Storm Slinger? Map, sure. Okay, so that satchel is full. Oh, what a cute little animation that it does that like that whenever it's like been opened. Very useful, actually. I was trying to do that to see if it would like... I don't know, show up as... Like, is it under... I'm not seeing under weapons. Resources. Let's squirrel. Drummer's coil. Yes, I understand. Oh my god, page 1 of 3. Holy shit, I have a lot of boxes. Just call me the box queen, bitches. What? Don't call me that. Okay, now. Storm Slinger just fires electricity.
Rare part.
Cool. Well, having, I believe, searched this area. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else crazy up here. I mean, time. It's a little after 5. I think what I'm gonna do is, try to just grab my way over to this campfire here, and then I think I'm gonna save and call it a day. We did a lot on this stream. We killed Redmaw, we ended our little thing with Nil, came up into the cut, discovered, you know,
Cold.
a band.
Very cold. I get it.
Cleared a basin, helped a stuck man, learned a little more about Aurea and the spirit. So, you know, I'd label that pretty successful. Oh, we did the tall neck too? Fuck me, that was a productive couple hours. I feel good about that. Alright, if you're watching here, thank you so much. If you're watching on YouTube later, thank you so much. I'm going to be streaming here again, maybe tomorrow, but at the very least Wednesday at 1 p.m. Trying to finish this game before the new game comes out, obviously, on Friday. Very excited for that. You can find me here on Twitch, and I upload these videos to YouTube later. Same URL, Jason and KDJK. Thank you so much. Happy Galentine's, Palentine's, Valentine's, or Noentines if you don't celebrate any of those today. And have a good one. See you soon. Did I forget how to stop the broadcast? No. No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, bye.